Here I am. Here I am in my lovely morning mess. Okay. Oh wait, there you are. Okay. I wrote it down on a piece of paper because I figured it was the best way to do it. Morning/afternoon, by the way, because it's only 20 after 12 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's after 5 there, right? So, okay. Goblin Girl candles, my cart items: crystal wax Rex Kitty, purple rain scent, size large. Wax burner black skull, tombstone shaped wax spirit scent, black cat air freshener, gothy cat key ring, cat spell candle holder triple moon, wax mystery box, pentagram burner, wax cauldron large, purple rain scent. And that's it. That's the list. So I hope I didn't rattle that off too quick. I was trying to kind of pause a bit in between them. And I was just talking to Carl too. He's going to go, he's looking at this one trailer in Thornville or something is the name of the area. It's Calcutta, somewhere in Kentucky, I think, or something like that. Oh, well, I can read them slower if you want me to. Just let me know when you got each one written. You want me to do that? I can do that. Okay. Crystal wax, Rex Kitty, purple rain scent large, big one. And then just let me know when you got each one written down. Okay. Wax burner, black skull. Okay. Tombstone shaped wax, spirit scent. Black cat air freshener. Gothy cat key ring. Cat spell candle holder. Candle holder triple moon. Wax mystery box. Freaking carpal tunnels making my wrist go numb already. Can't even hold a piece of paper anymore without it doing it. Pentagram burner. Yeah, it's getting that bad. Okay, and the last one is wax cauldron large, purple rain scent. It's like it's weird. Like certain ways that I just hold my hand even anymore. It'll do that. See, my hair's sticking up over here, and I'm a fright in the morning. But oh well. This trailer that Carl's looking at and hoping to hear back from, I believe is one that has 3 bedroom. And if, because I told him, I said, Carl, I said, I don't know, like how soon or anything like that, that Brooke and the boys are even going to be moving here, for good. I said, it's not going to be anytime soon, but it's a 3 bedroom. So he said, he'll have one of the rooms. You can have one of the rooms for yourself, and then the boys would have to have a room. So depending on how big the rooms are, I don't know how that would, work out, but it's a nice option, I guess. It's just, knowing my brother the way I do, and definitely discuss it with Michael. If it's comes down to the wire and you absolutely have no other choice, then yeah, I would say, take a chance. But Carl can be problematic. Let me put it that way. He can be disagreeable. He can be very finicky and everything how he wants things to go. Yeah, see, exactly. Because I know it's not like you guys can just hop on a plane and come on over, right? So just be careful, because I don't want you to put yourself and the boys in a stressful situation. And I'm not trying to diss my brother. I'm just trying to warn ahead of time, because he can be very temperamental and just very finicky and nitpicky about shit. But hey, it's an option. It's an option. So yeah, yeah. And the green card, I have no idea, like what the process is or anything like that, to even get something like that started. Um, but one of the wax melts that I burned recently of yours, I was absolutely thrilled. I think it was a little ghost, a little pink ghost. He had like some dark pink colors in him, smelled really, really good. And there was a bright orange little pumpkin. Yeah, right. And so I don't know how the sponsor thing works either, because if we could be your sponsors, we'll do it in a minute, but I don't know. You'll have to kind of walk me through things, because I don't know how it goes. But that's, when the time comes, not, no use stressing about it now or anything. My main concern is, do you have a place to go now? You've got until February 3rd. You're supposed to be out of there. My God, woman, how you doing it? Bless you. You're trying to get the place packed. You're trying to do your lives, and you're trying to manage your boys, trying to get moved. My goodness. It's mellow time, chick. You need to chill, sit down and smoke one or something, right? So, yeah, it's a lot, it's a lot to oh dear. See, that's something I try not to over worry about, but I'm like, "Oh, please God, us get them a place." Telling me to sit tight and my landlord isn't happy. Okay, so see, at least you have the council backing you there, so that's good. That makes me feel a little bit better, because I don't want to see you and boys chucked out on the street, for goodness sake. um so the landlord's just going to have to put up with it. He's just going to have to deal, until they can get you something, or however any of that's going to go and whatever. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, good. Thank you, goddess. Thank you, Eris. I did pray to the goddess Eris quite a bit for you and the boys. Uh, I have me and Maria over at the Breckenridge place, which is the one right next to my mom's. Somebody got it. They're redoing it. They took the screened in front porch off the front, and they're putting regular like porch railing around it. I don't even want to see. I mean, the deck is like, to me, it's completely destroyed. So they may take that down and rebuild. I don't know. I don't even know who the people are that got it or anything. So we won't know until, I guess, they move in. But yeah, it's looking nice. It's looking nice, from what I was able to see yesterday on the outside. The front railing out bad doesn't look bad. You can tell that it's brand new. The wood's brand new. I hope that they have the sense to pressure treat and element treat it, though, so it's not going to start looking yucky in like a couple of months from being out in the weather and, stuff like that. Because we are still in the middle of winter. So we'll see. But what I was excited about with the ghost is the crystal that I got out of it. Where are you at? I believe it's still in here. Or did I put it in with the others? I may have already put it in with the others. Let me see. Yep, I think I did. This is one of the Zodiac boxes that I got done, but it's also the ones that are misshapen. They're not the shape they're supposed to be. And I love this little cauldron. I play with it a lot because this little sphere, clear quartz sphere, whatever, that fits perfectly in it, I can use it as a fidget spinner. So yeah, it is. I when I saw those cauldrons, I fell in love with them. And check it out. This is a wax lid from a money drawing candle, so it's already like it's about to fall apart on me, so I'll probably have to make a permanent one. Check out my money box that I made. It's got crystals in it, and it's got a dark green and gold mix. So green and gold being two key colors for money drawing. So I was like, okay, that works. But anyway, I must have put it in that one. Let me get it down here. This is the one, my pretty purple one that I keep all the crystals in that you gave me. There it is. That was in the ghosty, a pretty rose quartz. So I really love that. Yeah, you could say that's full. See, the lab heart just jumped out. This is a money blessing thing that I'm going to put in something so it'll help to draw money too. So yeah. And the next time I do some of the other melts, especially some of the really nice, big, thick ones, it's like, ooh, I hope there's some crystals in those. Because I love that. That was one of the things that, and I still do, I've always loved of your wax bits that you've done, is the ones that are in the can and they have crystals in them. I just think those are so pretty. I did want to tell you, though, where did that go? Did I put that back in here? Just to let you know, because I don't know if it was just a faulty one or what. But the one candle that you sent me it was in a can and it had a lid and it has the, I call it the crackle wick that's supposed to make it sound like a crackling fire and stuff. And it would not stay lit. It would not stay lit. I swear, every time I lit it, it would burn for a few seconds and it would go out. And I'm like, oh man. So I don't know if that one has crystals in it or not, but I was thinking about melting the wax down at some point to see if it does, But I wanted to show you these because these are precious to me. Oh, well, thank you, sweetie. Or you bring one in March. You can just bring one in March with you. That way you don't have to, go through the bother of just sending one item over or something, because I know the postage is ridiculous. It's really high on that end. These are a couple of antique pens. This is abalone shell, and this thing was not cheap. Michael got me this, like, back when we got him his money, where I think he ended up getting like $1,400. I'm terrified to wear it because it's so beautiful and so precious to me that my son got this for me, that I'm afraid I'll lose it because because of the antique fact of it. The getting it fastened right would be what I would be afraid of, thinking I had it fastened right and then it turned out that I didn't, and then it would fall off and I would lose it somewhere. I'd be crushed. I would never stop crying over it. And this one, Pop's got me, that's also an antique, and that is pure silver. That is not plated. That's for real silver. And it's same thing. It's got a beautiful it's got a fastener in the back, but I don't know if you can tell. See how it's bent out? It's kind of bowed a little bit, like right here and stuff. It's getting it fastened right. That's what I worry about, because I don't want to, so I can't even wear them, and enjoy them because I'm so terrified to lose them. It's like, no way, man. Can't replace something like that. And so, I mean, especially, because my two men, got it for me, my son and then Pops. So get over there. Now they don't want to go back in. Okay, fine. I'll put you in there. I'll put them in the Zodiac box for a bit. I keep them in this baggie because I'm trying to keep them protected, because I don't want them to get damaged or something. But that's the kind of stuff that, it's because it's precious and endearing and a loved one gets it for you. You don't want anything to happen to it. You don't want to part with it. Hello, mystery person, whoever you are. It's showing two people on here again. Don't be so shy. Come and tell me who it is. Live a little, live dangerously, right? Yeah, hello, person. And then they just popped off. So it's like, oh, well, so it's like, unless it's one of my subs, I don't know how they would be able to get in anyway, because this is just subs only. I won't do like an open, public thing yet. However, now that I've got all the resin pieces that I actually can let go of right now, I've got them ready to go. I've got them priced. I've got my price list made up, and it's just a matter of doing the live stream. And I wish I could figure out how to flip the camera around so that instead of seeing me, it'll see, people will be able to see the product. And kind of like how you do your live stream on TikTok, because I don't want to go through TikTok because I don't know. I mean, you can tell me better than anybody because you do go through them. The downs and the ups and downs of doing that, and how much you get paid and all that. You don't have to tell me anything like that, but because I don't know about, getting, even if it's worth my time, effort, and energy to get a business account and do mine that way, on TikTok, because I don't have, that many pieces. I mean, to me, it's a lot, but like, I don't have any complete sets or anything like that done, because some of the complete sets that I'm looking at selling is combinations of some of the resin pieces. Like one of them would be, say, like one of the Zodiac boxes and the two lids, and then put a set of the jewelry pieces in it, Oh, really? Okay. Okay. See, I didn't know that. So I'm glad you told me. Um, that they don't have it in the US yet. Yeah, PayPal. I would do PayPal. But don't you have to give them? I mean, Chris said that all I should have to give customers is my Yahoo email address, because that's what the PayPal account is through. But don't you have to give them some of your PayPal info so they can put the money in there? Or see, I don't know how that works or how that goes or anything. So that's something. And now it's saying that you're not even on. Oh boy, this thing is going wonky on me. The email that is linked to PayPal. Okay, so I don't know how. I'll have to have Chris show me how to do that. Just like physically walk me through it, and then I'll watch how he does it, and then because I definitely want to make sure I have that in place, because I don't want to get gypped, and not get paid. Okay. Okay. She's trying to help me. What are you looking for, hun? What are you looking for?
Today's date.
Today's date is the 29th. Because remember, tomorrow's payday for us, the 30th. So today's the 29th. Good news. Good news. Hi, Pops. Brooks on, of course. And besides, I like our little time together like this, because even though you can only see us and hear us, Pops has got some money coming from his dad's passing. One of the checks he's going to get is going to be like $91. And his brother-in-law or whatever stepbrother said their brother. Okay. And his brother said it's going to be more. He's going to get a little bit more. Hang on. Let me set this down because I have to sign too. Oh Lord, that thing is heavy. Good gravy. It's like even heavier than mine. This is a form that we're signing for his brother so he can get it to him. So his brother can send him the $91, which is nice because, it'll be $91 for, whatever we might need it for, I guess. And then tomorrow, of course, is going to be a running day because it's going to be payday for both of us. So, yeah, every little helps. That's exactly right. And that's how I view that. I'm just thankful that, that we are getting some money blessings because I've been doing a lot of money blessing stuff anyway. That's why I made this lid that fits on that particular jewelry box, even though it has a fragility to it. It's very fragile. And I'm trying not to tear it up, but I'm probably going to have to remelt it down because it's already got a crack down the middle of it. I'm surprised it hasn't fallen apart yet, but that's why I used it as the lid, because it's from a money drawing candle. Makes sense, right? So this will probably get melted back down when I can get some resin again, which I'm going to probably do tomorrow. And then that way I can redo another lid that's made of the resin. And, the only problem with that is that particular, there's no way for me to carve the money symbol into it like I did with this one, because I don't know how good you could see it. But this symbol it's a money drawing symbol. I'll write it on this paper so you can see what it looks like. And this is like a money rune kind of thing. So you can put it like on like if you have a dollar bill or something, or a small denomination paper money like you guys have there. You put this symbol on it. See? It's like down the middle, and then you do a loop up, and then you do a loop down, and the loop up and down have to connect in the middle. And it's real simple and easy to do. And that's a money drawing rune. So you can put that on stuff, so you can bless and draw money in and stuff. So right now in this box, I have quarters, because we're trying to build up the quarters again to be able to do our laundry here. Here lately, I have been doing it at Mom's simply because climbing up and down all these steps that I have to every time I do the laundry, it really wears me out. Like, going down is not a big deal. It's the coming up. Like, when I come up with a load of laundry in my hands, I almost have to stop at the door and catch my breath and, get my breathing back to normal and everything before I can even, bring the stuff in. And it usually it wipes me out pretty good. Whereas over at Mom's, there's just the 2 steps that you have to go down each time to get into the laundry room. And, they're both right there. And, I always pay her for when I do laundry over there, which to me is the equivalent. I mean, I'm going to pay if I do it here. And it gives me time with her. Because, right now she's in a bit of a not so good mood because Carl is still there. Carl has been there since Christmas, since before Christmas. I know Toby's probably getting upset about it, but Carl has been busting his ass trying to find a place. I give him that. He really has been busting his ass to try and find a place, and he's got a lot of other people helping him as well. But, he can't just snap his fingers and make it happen overnight. That's why he's looking at this trailer, because he's looking at it as a possibility of something that he might, that because he really likes it. He showed me pictures of the inside of it and everything, and the outside of it needs some work, maybe the inside of it a little bit, but hopefully not too much, not like, putting in a whole new floor or anything. But he was wanting me to go with him to check that trailer out, and I really don't want to do that because I do, but I don't, because riding anywhere with Carl, especially like, well, in this case, he would be driving. It would be his car, because I'd be like, we're not taking my car for this. We're just not. He's got his car up here now. I wish I would stop getting this. I'm getting more of these ads from these people, like I was telling you before. They're still popping up, and I'm like, man, come on, guys, just please leave me alone. I'm not interested. I'm Jiminy Christmas. But when he hears back from them, he's trying to get it as a possible one for you and the boys, if it come down to it, and also for Michael, because if Michael gets out or something sometime soon, if we finally manage to pull that off, and his judicial, gets goes through this time, which every time that he files for it, I keep hoping that it will. We haven't been able to put any money on his phone. I'm going to try to maybe at least put like $20 on there for him tomorrow, but he's got to promise, he's got to promise that he's going to at least take half of those phone calls and call one of us. We don't have to be on there for like necessarily the whole 20 minutes even, just like a handful of minutes to say thanks for putting money on the phone, how you guys doing? And because we never know if we're going to get Jekyll or Hyde anymore when he calls. And I only mean that in the sense that, is he going to be is he going to say mean, hurtful stuff and be in a pissy mood, or is he going to be in a happy mood? And I know, and I'm it's frustrating because, it's not that we don't want to help him, because we do. It's just that I wish that he would realize all this power and everything and ability that he seems to think we don't, to somehow help get him out of there. It's a matter of to me, like, making a good enough presentation that we can give to the judge, that maybe will enhance his getting. Oh my God, seriously? Jeez. More pictures popping up and getting more and more lewd and crude, and I don't like it. But I whenever Michael calls anymore, I'm afraid to answer. Like if he calls on my number or whatever, because I don't know if, like I said, if he's going to be in a bad mood and then he's going to take it out on us because he feels like we're not doing enough, or if he's going to be in a good mood and he's going to be able to, keep things positive, and stuff like that, because I don't need any hurt from my son because he's hurt, because he feels like we're letting him down, like we're not doing enough. But he's got to realize that, there's only so much that we can do. Like we've explained or tried to explain to him that as far as like getting like places of employment to write down their name on a piece of paper and say that they would give him a job when he gets out, they're not going to do that. Especially if you walk into a place, they don't know you. They don't know who you are. What makes you think for a second that they're going to suddenly just be okay with signing their name on a piece of paper to some stranger? I don't think so. They want people now. Okay. They want people now. Okay, good. Also, thank you for that.
Most of the time, for the actual hiring, which is what he's wanting the information about, he's wanting the paperwork filled out as if they're going to hire him right now.
Yeah. No, it don't work that way.
You have to fill out forms online.
Yeah. You have to, and Pops was just saying, you have to fill forms out online.
There's almost no place that accepts resumes and applications in the store. Yeah.
And also the residential part of it that Michael seems to be adamant about, that, oh, they don't check that shit. They don't check that shit. He just wants to be able to show them a list of places, people that have said, yeah, he can come and stay with us until he gets something better. Yeah, they do check that stuff, Michael. I hate to tell you, son, but they do. So if you give them that list and even one person on that list says, no, I never said that, then what? Is he going to take that out on us? You know, it's like, so he does it. I understand his anxiousness to get out of there. Yeah, exactly. Now, if worse come to worse, and he tells me, you know, that his judicial goes through and he's out, I don't no guarantee, but the only possible option that I can think of right now, and I don't even know how that would work out because I don't know how they would get along. I don't know if they would get along. Maria might be okay with Michael staying with her, but it's just housing is so expensive anymore around here. It's really hard for anybody. I mean, look at what Carl's going through right now.
Carl's ass out and he can stay over there or he can sleep on our couch.
Yeah, I mean, Chris said if worse come to worse, he can sleep on our couch. But my only fear there is how long are we going to get away with that before our landlord finds out about it and then threatens to evict us because my son is here, you know, and he's not on the lease. So, and he's not paying rent and he's not paying bills. So he has no legal right to be here. I would not put it past Joe to threaten to evict us because when I've let people stay here in the past, the most that I could get away with was 2 weeks before my landlord is coming getting on my ass and saying, hey, you know, they can't stay here. Either you go or they go. Plain and simple. Our next door neighbor, Christy, it went through that just recently. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know he would. And, you know, but again, like I said, I don't know if him and Maria would even get along. I don't know how that would work. I don't know if she would be okay with that. You know, and I certainly don't want to put her in a position to where she gets threatened to be evicted because she's got someone staying there and it's only supposed to be her. You know, so I know that he would be willing to pay, you know, and everything. It's just I don't know anybody else at this moment except letting him stay here on the couch. But then, like I said, we're lucky if we got away with that for 2 weeks and then bam.
Yeah. If that's what's needed, I will talk to Joe and I will get things set up so that Joe won't have a problem with it.
Okay.
That means we have to pay extra in rent while he's here. So be it.
See, so, you know, at least there's that option too. So that's 2. That's like 2 options that I can really honestly give him right now because there's no way that Toby's going to allow Michael to stay over there with Grandma and Grandpa. We've already established this because he says absolutely nobody is going to be permitted to live there or stay there except the 2 people on the lease, which are Mom and Jim. Yeah, exactly. Because see, sadly, Joe, I mean, for the most part, he seems like a really nice guy, but he's also an asshole because he's a fucking rich Jewish bastard that is greedy. He wants more. So yeah, if we have Michael staying here with us, I wouldn't put it past him to raise our rent. And we're already paying $465, and that comes directly out of my check. I'm not getting any help paying that. I pay all of that myself. So, you know, there goes like what, 3/4 of my check almost. I mean, because we get 900 and something now, but you take 465 out of that right off the bat. What does that leave? If you're lucky, 500 and something, you know, kind of thing. So raising the rent even more, depending on how soon we would, for instance, maybe be able to get Michael, you know, a job around here. Like even if it's just bagging groceries over at the Kroger. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that is definitely some of the things that I'm sure Chris would, you know, make sure is expected of the landlord, that if you're going to charge us more rent for our son staying here, yeah, he is. Then, you know, then you're going to fix the shit that needs fixed because we have nowhere else to go right now. I don't know how much longer before we can actively bid on houses because I don't know what it is we're waiting for now. They've already said that we qualify, that we meet, I guess, all the requirements to be able to do the rural program. However, what the hell are we waiting on still before we get that final, okay, you can bid on houses, you know? Yeah, exactly. Because we're hearing way too many gunshots going off outside our windows anymore. And it's like, if it's not from one direction, it's from another. And then the next thing you know, you see it on the news that somebody else has been shot, because this place is like, I feel like we're in Uzi Alley in a way, because meaning there's too many guns, there's too many, high off their asses, don't know what the hell they're on, fucking wackadoodles running around, firing off guns. I don't want to be in the path of a fucking stray bullet, because if a motherfucker takes me down that way, it's going to be his worst fucking nightmare, because I would haunt him literally to his death. And I wouldn't stop there. I would probably go full blown dark, black as black can be, and I would fucking wipe out all his fucking buddies. To say, motherfucker, kill me. I don't think so, buddy. Now you're in for it. You're going to pay dearly, and that's going to cost you your life, and I'll make sure you die the most horrible way. Because I have a dark side too. Everybody does. You kill me, guess what? She ain't going to be caged anymore. So what do you think's going to happen to them? It's not going to be pretty. So, it's part of life. It's part of being human. The struggle as humans that we face the most is the balance, maintaining the balance between your dark side and your light side, because you can't let one have too much sway, because then it throws you off balance, and then that can cause, we know from experience, right? It can cause all kinds of extra chaos and crap you just don't want to deal with, that you don't need to put yourself through, because good Lord, you're going through enough. So I'm glad that at least, the council has said you're staying put until they find you someplace. That takes a tremendous load off of my mind, because I don't want my girl and my boys being thrown out on the fucking street, because I would end up in the hospital, because I would have a nervous breakdown, because you don't deserve that. You guys have been through your own hell. We're going through ours right now of, waiting on the housing thing, and the gunshots going off all around us, and Michael thinking that we're not doing enough, that we don't love him, and that simply isn't true. It's just that what he's asking, we just can't do, and I'm sorry, I can't say I'm sorry enough, but it's not sadly going to change anything and suddenly make it possible that we just start raining miracles out of the sky, and everything happens the way he wants it to happen. But tomorrow, is going to be busy, of course, because it's going to be payday for me and Pops. And so as soon as our checks are loaded, because here lately I haven't even been getting up until closer to noon, because I've been trying to sleep in for the times when I don't, and the times that I'm up till 3 a.m. I call it keeping witch hours, because from midnight till at least 4 a.m, 5 a.m, while it's still dark outside. Okay. That to me is considered witch hours. But you start getting around 6, 7 a.m. here. That's when you start seeing the daylight, coming, and it starts brightening up outside, and it's like, okay, the sun's rising, it's daytime. So to me, between the hours of, let's say, 12 and 4 are witch hours. Because sometimes that is the only time that I have time to myself. Sometimes that's the only time that I can get caught up on a lot of this stuff that I keep putting off. And, I'm trying to get out of the procrastination habit that I've had literally all my life. And, it's, putting things off until you've got such a heaping mountain above you that you feel like it's going to crumble down and bury you alive. I mean, it's very stressful. It weighs on your conscience. It makes it tougher sometimes to get through the days, because you're so upset, that there's just too much chaos going on around you. I'm just making myself drink some water, because I haven't been doing that. See, I'm not doing anything. I'm just resting. I can't even rest my hand down at my side or anything without my hand going numb and tingly and crap on me, because of the carpal tunnel and the nerve damage that I have in this hand, that I don't know that the nerve damage is ever going to be repairable, because I've had it for so many years, and I couldn't even tell you how many years exactly, because I know that it's been many years now since the attack happened out in the back of my building, which, I've talked about on here before a couple of times, where I was carjacked, pistol whipped, and mugged. Yeah, I probably could. And it may come down to it. I may have to, but getting rid of the carpal tunnel, yeah, I would be absolutely thrilled, especially if I could get it out of both wrists. But since I have it in both wrists, I would have to get one done and wait until that completely healed, then get the other one done. Otherwise, I would be very limited as how I could use my hands. And the most delicate use that I would need for my hands is to wipe myself when I use the loo. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to go through that. So I would not be able to get them done both at the same time. There's no way. And because of the nerve damage, because I don't know what the extent of it is, but it may not be fixable. So even if, say, I was to get the carpal tunnel on this wrist, that doesn't mean that the numb is going to go away, because it all depends on what nerve damage was done and if it's fixable. Yeah. So that would take, an extremely long time, sadly, because I have no idea how long it would take my body to heal. I'm gonna go get me a bowl of cereal, sweetie, because I haven't had anything to eat yet, and I don't have any shakes. So, but at least Daddy you got your food and stuff, so we don't have starving kitties. And perfect example, yesterday, I didn't even get home. And this is just along the lines of some of the stuff that tends to take its toll on me and wear me out fairly quickly. And here's Bella. Bella. He's only up here because Mommy's got milk and cereal, and he knows it. No, Bella, I'm sorry, baby. You can't have this. You've had too much milk the past couple of days, sweetie, so we can't give you any for a while, because he gets diarrhea if he gets too much. I didn't even get home yesterday until like 8:30 at night, my time. So I literally spent 6 hours over at my mom's just getting the laundry done. When Mom and Carl start on each other, when I'm over there, I just go quiet. I'm staying out of it. It has nothing to do with me. And it just makes me want to get up and walk out and say the heck with it and come home. And see, that's my fear of, as much as we all greatly appreciate on this end, and I know you do too. Carl offering that, I would be even more concerned if you and him would even be able to get along, because yeah, you might both be Pisces, but and you're Michael's girl, and Carl might turn around and say and swear up and down, and even maybe try to abide by it, not try to make you his girl, because he can't get anybody to get with him. Gee, I wonder why. And it scares me. I know you can handle yourself and all that, sweetie. It's just I don't trust my brother. So I feel like the best I can do is warn you, and then whatever you want to decide to do, okay, but just know what you're getting into, kind of thing. But like right now, Mom's favorite gripe is she let Carl stay there to help him out so he could come up for doctor's appointments, and stuff like that. But now he's gone too far. And he counter argues that by saying, how am I hurting anybody by being here? And that's when everybody just goes dead quiet. I mean, I do, because it's like, oh my God, Carl, don't even go there, because I could give you one hell of a list of the reasons why. He's offered to give, Toby $500 for staying in that room. And Toby said, absolutely not. So if that's going to be Toby's feelings with Carl living there, then I'm pretty sure he's not going to be okay with anybody else in the family living there either. But yes, as far as trying to make you his girl, yes, I am straight up serious, and not to be lewd and crude or anything. But that guy is so hormonal right now. Yeah, I just, he scares me. But he's more focused right now on finding housing and stuff like that, which is good, so that he can get out of there quicker. But the problem that it's causing, the stress levels and everything, I'm absolutely drained when I go over there, because I'm the light that shines on the darkness in that place, but it doesn't stop them from arguing. It doesn't stop them from fighting. And I don't want to be in the middle of it. I would rather get up and walk out. Yeah. Because to be honest with you, sweetie, the first time you sent us that one picture of you, I can't remember what color your hair was. It was a dark color. I think it had like, it kind of looked like some burgundy or some maybe shade of purple or something. It was real pretty. You had your makeup on and everything, and you look stunning to me either way. But so beautiful that he's like, whoa, has she got a sister? That was his response when he saw that picture of you. So I know Carl, and yeah, it's just, like I said, it's just something to be warned about, because think about it. You get everything squared away, and you and the boys get moved over here, and you move in with him. I don't want to open up a barrel of cobras on you, because he does have a good side, and bless him for even offering. But what's going to be the consequence? You know what I'm saying? It's like, what price are you and the boys going to pay if you go that route? So I'm hoping that will not happen. I'm hoping that we'll have the house by then, and but it's just, there's days when I can't even really think about the house, because it's so frustrating, because we're still here and we're still waiting to hear whatever it is, or get whatever it is in the mail from these people saying, okay, you can bid on houses now. It's like, oh, brother. See? Can't even hold a bowl of cereal without my hand tingling. Honey Nut Cheerios is what I'm eating. I've got to sign again, don't I? Let me see if I can find a book or something. Here, this should work.
Read it.
Why am I reading it? What is it?
Just read real quick. See if you think it sounds good.
Your Honor, this is from Michael. We are writing to inform you of the support and assistance that will be available for Michael Mabius, case number, and it's got his case number on here and everything, if his judicial release is approved. Michael has attempted to take anger management classes as well as a few others while incarcerated to help rehabilitate himself, but has been denied access to these programs. Due to the time left on his sentence, if he is granted a judicial release, he will have access to these programs immediately, as well as having the support of his family, which has been shown to increase the success of a participant in these programs. He has done everything in his power and that the system will allow him to do to improve his chances of becoming a productive citizen, as well as try to make amends as well as possible in the circumstances. He will also have support in achieving this also. He will have an excellent chance at employment under the current economic conditions, and he will have at least two choices for housing with family until he is ready to gain his independence. So I think that's all good. So see, you can tell Michael, yeah, they did actually write a letter, Michael. They're trying to help you. Because Mom read it to me on a live.
Tell her I still have her last support letter.
He still has your last support letter too, he says. Here.
Ask her if she wants me to send that in too.
And if you want him to send a copy of that in too, he will. So that way it's a support letter from us, and it's also one from you.
Just so you don't have to write another one.
Yeah.
You know, if there's dates or anything on it, I'll change those to current.
Yeah. So see, that's what I mean. It's just, we are trying to help him. It's just that sometimes there's like a million gajillion things that go on this end that we're kind of at a standstill, and we're just, we're trying to summon energy that we can't always summon to get a lot of other stuff done too, and get it in place and all that. I haven't read yours, sweetie, but I'm sure it's fine. Chris said he'll just change the dates on it to make them current. So it'll be fine. You shouldn't have to write another one. Oh. I wish you could hear how loud he's purring. Are you just purring because you're trying to be lovey because you want this milk? Well, I'm sorry, sweetie, but I'm not giving it to you. But we do love our Bellatoven. I can't even get it out right. Yep. Can you hear him? How loud he's purring? He's purring pretty loud. He knows we love him, though. Yeah, he knows we love him. He's got a good home and a good family again.
Yeah, the only thing I'd have to do is change the judge on hers. It's good.
Yeah, Pop said all he has to do is change the judge's name on your support letter. So, I mean, do we even have the judge's name, his current one?
We don't know who's going to have it. There is a new judge coming in. The old judge is gone, but there's also 3 other judges that the case might get assigned to.
Yeah.
It may not be the new one.
It may not be the one that used to be his
right. So
other supporter.
What I've put on ours.
His new judge, I believe, is his attorney for that case.
That's possible, but there are 3 others, and since this is a new one coming in, he may not be assigned the case.
Yeah.
Just because the one he's replacing had the case before doesn't mean he'll get all of his cases.
Right. That's true. So we'll just have to kind of play it by ear, but hopefully he will get that one if that's going to better his chances.
Like I said, what I did was on ours, I just put that it's to the judge for the case number and Michael's case number. And then I just said, Your Honor, as the salutation.
Yeah, and I think that's funny as hell that the old judge is leaving on Michael's birthday. That's just funny. Because Michael's birthday is February 9th, so. So at this point, I would just randomly say, Hecate, please make sure that Michael gets the judge that was his attorney once if it's going to better his chances of getting his judicial this time.
You know what? They should have named you Moochie. Because you're a moocher.
Talking about Bella.
Then again, Moochie was a moocher too. Mm-hmm. More mooching attention.
Yeah. But we loves our baby Bratzes. We loves our baby Bratzes. He's purring so loud she could actually hear him.
Yeah, him and Kalika both are kind of noisy.
Yeah.
Boo, you can barely hear Boo when it's right next to your ear.
No, Bella. No, baby. Mommy, sorry, but we can't give you this milk. Because you've had some, I think it was past couple of days or something, we gave him a decent amount.
Okay.
And yeah, I just drink the milk straight out of the bowl because to me, there's no point in dirtying up a glass just to pour the milk in it. And watch, as soon as he knows the milk is gone, then he'll probably jump down a few minutes later. No more. All gone. All gone. Mommy, sorry, baby. Mommy, sorry, but I can't give you that milk, any of that milk, because you've had enough. We don't want you getting diarrhea, so we have to wait a little bit, a couple days probably, before we give you any milk again. And Kalika They were the cats were completely out of food last night. The containers that Pops keeps the food in and was empty. Their bowls were empty. And he went out this morning when I was still sleeping and went over to the Kroger and got them some food. And Kalika gluttonized herself. She literally ate so much so fast that she ended up throwing it all back up in the bedroom, and it wasn't even digested yet. And I'm glad that I turned the light on and saw it, so I didn't, step in it, because, oh my God, that is a horrible feeling. You're walking around, especially in the middle of the night, and you're going to the bathroom and you step in something cold, slimy, and squishy, and it's like, ugh! It's like, no, not again. And it's either somebody's throw up, or it's a freaking hairball. Oh, and look what I did with I got to get a frame to put it in. This is the heart insert that came in the box of Dove chocolates that Pops got me. The one side of it's white, so I Lisa Franked it. Those are all Lisa Frank stickers. And on this side, of course, it says, Dove chocolate. It has all the sayings on it. Create passion, listen with your heart, laugh often. Each chocolate has a little saying under it, which is really, really cute too. So I'm gonna get a frame that'll fit this and put it in a frame, because I think it's pretty. And a lot of the Lisa Frank stickers are so microscopically tiny that one way that I can use them the best is for something like this, to like use them as a border for something, because they're so small, And I even Lisa Franked one side of my candles from New York. These are the 5-pack that Maria got me. So on this side, I got me a Lisa Frank sticker, and then I put It's a Witch in a Cauldron. See? Isn't she cute? And I just put a couple strips of clear tape over it, and that holds it on there, because these are never going to be put in water for any reason. So hopefully the tape will hold it on there. And check it out. This is my selenite tower. And the poor thing is all yellow and icky looking because of Pops and his smoking. There's no way for me to clean it, because it's water soluble, meaning it dissolves in water very easily. So, you got to be careful. And I found that out the hard way one time. I had put a selenite crystal, I think, in something I was drinking. It was a hot beverage or something like that, so I could internalize the power and everything of the crystal and all its properties. And I looked in the bottom of my glass, and there was this dust. And I'm like, what the? I'm like, oh, no. Because then I very quickly realized, because then I looked at the crystal, and I'm like, oh, my God, the water is dissolving it. So, yeah, you don't want to do selenite and water. Yeah, I tried that, but it's got so many rough spots on it, like these and stuff, that it's really hard to get in there with the baby wipe and get it cleaned really good. I've had that thing for a long time. I don't even remember where I got that. Probably from one of the ULEs that I went to, which is Universal Light Expo. Yeah. See, that's my thought is, that's not meant to be internalized. Yeah, so that way you can show Michael, I saw the letter. He's got it ready to go.
That's both of ours, yours and ours.
Yours and ours. So, the next time you talk to Michael, and we can get some money on there for him, and, because I don't know how any of us would even get him a message right now. I could maybe email him or something on the JPay site. I think I might have a couple of stamps left, but the last time I changed the password, and then I gave it to you right away so you could get in it, just to let him know that, I'll put $20 on there tomorrow for him, but he better use at least half of those phone calls to call us. It's only fair because,
I will go ahead and put about 10 on his from my card.
Oh,
Card
okay.
I wanted to use.
Well, then don't, babe. I'll just put 20 on it tomorrow.
Here, I got it. I've already got stuff on there.
He's getting ready to put $10 on Michael's phone right now with one of his cards. So, because,
Brooke.
huh?
Said, sorry, Brooke.
No, it's he's saying sorry, Brooke, because he's gonna, he's probably gonna be making the majority of the phone calls to you and driving you up the wall, right? Talking all day, and it's like, Michael, I love you, but how much can we actually talk about here? I gotta go. I got stuff to do. But Carl was gonna put exactly. Carl was gonna put $10 on it for him, but Carl wanted me to show him how to do the JPay, or not the JPay, the GTL site, which I will gladly do. And I have told Carl several times already, and he refuses to believe me, that he's like, I'm not using my credit card. If one of you can put the fee on, pay the fee to get the $10 loaded on one of your cards, then I'll do it that way. Well, I don't really want to do that. I mean, if I'm going to do it, I would rather just be able to put 20 on it for him, because of the traveling that we would have to do, because the one Walgreens over here was taken away from us. They're turning that into some kind of clinic or something, I think. And so I don't even know where the nearest Walgreens is. The CVS down the street from us, that's also gone. So the nearest CVS is way over on Hamilton Road. So again, it's not that we don't want to do that for Michael. It's just, it's a pain in the ass what we would have to go through right now if we went Carl's route and he gave us the $10 and one of us had to pay the fee to get it loaded and all that. Oh yeah, Walmart, yeah. Oh, and I have to ask, is Michael going to expect to be able to see you the first 4 days you're in town again? Because I would rather know now so we can try to plan and hopefully be able to keep money in the gas tank. Oh, yeah. Walmart's pretty nice. They have what?
If you're going to put it on the Capital One card, CVS or the Capital One Cafe are the only places that you can do it, and there's no fee.
Okay.
If you put it on PayPal, then there's more places that it can be done, but there's fees.
Right. Yeah. So he was basically just saying, Capital One is one possibility. If I use my Capital One card, I can put time on Michael's phone, which is probably the way I would do it anyway, but he's putting 10 on it now. So at least he'll have a little bit. Oh yeah, I bet. I know, honey. I know. And it's not so much, that it's just, I guess I tend to be of the thought, I love you dearly, and I know that you're going to do that, but I would like you to be able to have more money for yourself. That's all. When you're here, so that if you see some bits and baubles that you just got to have. I know, I'm the same way. Then you'll have the extra money. That was the only thing I was thinking there. So, yeah, that's fine. I know that you will. I just wish that I could help you to keep more of your money to do whatever you wanted with when you're here. But yeah, just, don't be afraid, rather, to put your foot down with Michael and say, look, Michael, I love you as much as I love the rest of the family and everything, but you need to stop being so demanding of being able to see me the first 4 days that I'm in town. Because that is all. It's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, I know. It is, because you're coming to another country. All the nerve wracking of that, because I know how difficult it was for you when you came in December, that last year or the year before or whatever. Because you're coming to a gun state, and that's unnerving enough right there, and especially like anytime that you're up here at the apartment with us and you hear gunshots going off, I'd be afraid too. It's very stressful, because you don't know, oh shit, is one of those bullets going to hit the fucking building again? And this time get a little too close, or maybe actually come through our window and almost hit somebody, and I mean, look who's closest to right now, me. You know, and it's like, no, thank you. I don't want to go out that way, and I don't want my window broke. You know, it's like, what would our landlord do if we said, okay, what are you going to do about this, Joe? We got a bullet hole in our fucking window now. You going to evict us because some dumb motherfucker's shooting at us? You know, it's like, don't expect us to fix this. Because he probably would. He would expect us to fix it. I don't know why I'm it's pointless for me to flip my hair, back over my shoulder, because it's just going to fall down on my shoulders again. We don't have any pop. So I'm probably going to I'll just drink like these guys. But I found out the hard way that this is another one of those, I can't drink too many of these at one time. Because if I drink like one after the other, it tends to upset my stomach. Peach, mango, wild strawberry, citrus, and grape are the flavors that's in here. It's Crystal Light. It's called On the Go Packs. And this is supposed to be an energizing pack, so it's supposed to help boost your energy. But I don't know that it does. And the one thing I don't like about these is it tends to burn my throat. You know? Yeah, they're nice. They're just little single serving. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and I pretty much, there's like maybe one drink of water left. I'm going to get me some water and get me a packet and get me some ice and all that. And there's the boo baby. I'll show you your boo baby here in a minute. He's laying down, like over there close to the wooden chair that you sit in when you're here. Let's see, which one do I want to do today? I think I'll do this is the peach mango. Nope, that's the citrus. Citrus. Here's a peach mango. See, this is all the bigger they are. And that's only that much of it is actually in there. So you're paying for basically air. You're paying for empty space. And it's another thing I don't like about these is they should fill that up better, but they don't. Then, of course, sometimes they harden up like this one did. And you have to really, you have to press it and crumble it and everything just to get it out of the package. And then when they're in clusters, it's even harder to, seems like you got to stir the shit forever just to make sure it's all dissolved. He put 15 on Michael's phone, so.
Like I said, sorry.
Sorry, ahead of time. Because I don't know how long it'll take Michael to realize that there's money on there, but we know what he'll do as soon as he does. Yeah. Be like, oh, cool, somebody put money on my phone.
He'll blow up her phone.
He'll blow up her phone, yep. Is he still laying there? Yep, he is. Okay.
I think I figured out a way to get the point across to him.
There's your boo baby. See him laying there? He laying there all curled up.
Hey, Brooke, I think I've got a way to get the point across to him. I could ask him to ask his friends in there who call, who have wives and girlfriends on the outside. Ask them if they call 4 and 5 times a fucking day.
Yeah. Or half a dozen or more, right?
But I can guarantee that at the most.
Hey, Vicky!
I can guarantee almost guarantee at the most, the majority of them call once a day.
Hey, Vicky. Glad you finally made it on, hon.
More often, they probably only call once or twice a week.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll get the point across to him that he's calling you way too much.
Yeah. Good luck with that one. How many different ways have we tried that already? Nothing's working yet. But that was my friend Vicky. She's in Myrtle Beach. She's another Capricorn. Her and I have a very interesting history that resulted in a friendship later, which I'm glad it did. I really am. But she said, I can't stay long. I just wanted to drop by and, give me some love. So thanks, Vicky. Appreciate it. Hope you're okay, sweetie. But yeah, she's in Myrtle Beach. So she's a little bit of a drive away from us right now. But she's married, and seems to be happy. So, of course, I'm happy for her. So I appreciate that she even, just popped on long enough to say, hey, hello. Because I haven't seen Vicky in years. Last time I saw Vicky, Michael was still little. Let's put it that way. And she was still living here in Columbus somewhere. I remember her kids playing with my kids, and that's all I remember. I think Michael and David may have been among them. I don't think Alicia was. I don't think she never got to meet Alicia. Because by the time Alicia was born, it was 97, and I was in Marysville. So she never got to meet my daughter, who is also a Capricorn, of course, as you know. Uh-oh. Can't even get the freaking the ice cubes didn't want to let the spoon out of the glass here. There's some kind of activity going on out back. I don't know if somebody's visiting, if somebody's moving in, moving out. I don't know what's going on. What's going on? And this is one of the many glasses that Maria got me a while back. It's insulated. So whatever you're drinking, if you're drinking something hot, it'll keep it hot. If you're drinking something cold, it'll keep it cold. I was just looking out the window to see if Amazon pulled up or anything. As we still got packages, like I said, we're waiting on. We're getting our coffin shelves today, hopefully. Because I would rather get them, while we're here than for them to show up when we're out getting our running done tomorrow. Because check day is always a running day for us. But yeah, me and Vicky go, pretty far back. We had a lot of fun. And I keep getting these damn pop-ups. You got $1,000 available. Bullshit. Like hell, you say. Scams. Freaking stupid scams. And they always pop up over the chat window. That just annoys the heck out of me. I mean, I wish they wouldn't pop up at all.
Ask her if they pop up on her end.
I don't know.
Ask her.
Give me a minute. Pops wanted me to ask you if you get pop-ups on your end. I don't know why these keep coming up, but I wish they'd fucking quit and go away. Hey, Vicky. No, she doesn't.
Okay.
Hey, Vicky. Yeah, pretty messed up, huh? These are the kind of pictures I keep getting of these strange people I don't know. I don't want to see this crap. I mean, give me a break. You know, it's bad enough that the pop-ups are popping up on the over the chat section, for goodness sakes. Ugh. Ugh. Frustrating. Yeah, something. That's just crazy crap, man. And that's what I mean. That's how far these people are going, that they're showing me body parts and shit. I'm like, I don't want to see that. Yeah. Yep. Very true, Vicky. Angie must be with us. She Vicky's cousin. Oh my god, and there's the same picture again. Go the fuck away, you dumb freaking horny women. Golly. Give me a flippin' break. Not interested in your crap. Ugh. Same damn picture again. I fucking deleted it again. I don't want to see that crap. But yeah, me, Vicky, and Angie, you know, back when I lived on Town Street and stuff, we were quite the trio, you know. We would walk to the park a lot of times and have fun. We would go to like Lazarus, because Lazarus was still downtown then. And I remember Vicky, you would take your a bandana, and we would go through the like jewelry and perfume and makeup sections, and you would spray a different scent on a different section of the bandana. So she was always smelling good, you know, and got some really nice ones on there, you know, some really nice scents and everything. And I guess Angie passed away several years ago, from what you told me, Vic. And I'm just, you know, saying that for Brooke. Brooke is she's my daughter-in-law in England. She's whenever we can finally get everything all sorted and get her here and all the I's, you know, the I's and T's dotted and all that. And Michael, my oldest son, is Brooke's fiance. So she's got 3 boys of her own, and she lives in England. She's coming up in March to you know, have 12 days with us again. And her birthday's March 6th. So, you know, we'll definitely, you know, try to do something special on that day if we can, for sure. But yeah, I just remember things like that. And how about this one, Vicky? This will give you a giggle. Remember the time that me, you, and Angie were playing in the fountain at Bicentennial Park, and you had a tampon in your pocket and forgot about it, and it expanded when the water hit it. Oh, that was hilarious. That was hilarious. And I remember Vicky going, "Oh my God, I forgot I had a tampon in my pocket." Oh shit. Yeah, Bicentennial Park, Brooke, is a park that it's downtown. We'll try to take you by there and let you see it. It's totally different now. They have a restaurant there, Vicky. Believe it or not, they actually, if it's still there, they have a restaurant there and they have some artistic work up now. I think the fountain's still running. Actually, I think they either expanded it or they built around it or something. So yeah, it looks totally different. So it was fun before they stopped letting, because I think there was a time when they would not let people wade in the pond, not pond, in the fountain. They would get out on people if they did. And then there's other times when, like, if it's really hot and stuff, they will allow some kids and stuff to play in the water or something like that. I don't know if they're still doing that though. But yeah, it's totally different. If you see Bicentennial Park now, you're like, what? This is not the way I remember it. Me either. Like one of my favorite, yeah, it was a lot of fun. One of my favorite pictures of myself was, I believe I was wearing a one-piece rainbow colored bathing suit, and I was wearing my black satin parachute pants. Do you remember those, Vicky? I love those things to death. And I believe the waist was like a size, what the heck was it? It was something real. I mean, my waist was like that small, Brooke. It was a small size and it fit me really good. I loved my parachute pants, and I've never owned a pair of them since. And what about my orange stretchy disco ones? I don't know. I think I finally got rid of those because I've gained too much weight. I just don't look right and stuff like that right now. So, but I still love my neon. I still love my bright colors. But then I have a more down to earth side, being a Capricorn and stuff. Happy late birthday, by the way, Vicky. I know I didn't actually get a hold of you on your birthday. I think I texted you a birthday, message and said happy birthday. Cause yeah, Vicky is one of the ones. She's, her birthday is the 10th. Mine's the 9th. Alicia's is the 11th and Jim's is the 12th. So that's 4 days in a row as a Capricorn birthday. So I thought that was, I've always gotten a chuckle out of that. I thought that was pretty cool. Us Cappies, we always find each other, huh, Vicky? So yeah, good times, and especially if you're having like a bad day or a stressful day, it's nice to be able to look back and reflect on the fun and laugh and giggle again. Oh my God. Vicky, what about the one where Mom actually took pictures of us? I think it was on a disc. It was back when I had my disc camera. We were all wearing negligees or something naughty. And we were having a sleepover and we were having a good time. We were having a lot of fun. And also Janet Lynn, I think it was you and me, and I don't remember if Angie was there at the time trying to help us, but we were trying to get a mattress either up the basement steps or down them. And at one point I got jabbed with the mattress and I said, "Oh, my nuts," or "Oh, my balls," or something like that. And everybody dropped their mattress and just started cracking up. Really? I thought yours was the 10th. I didn't know that. Wow. So you share Alicia's birthday then. I thought yours was the 10th. Vicky, I'm sorry. Thanks for correcting me though. But yeah, Alicia was 1/11/97, so she's like 25 right now. Yeah, Michael's like 32. So, and David is in his 20s, and then Rupert, my last son, he's probably I think next year he's going to be turning 18. So that's a possibility that I'm trying not to get my hopes up about. But at the same time, I hope that he does. And I would be absolutely thrilled if he did. When Rupert turns 18, if he so chooses, but because they adopted him, I don't know if the same would be possible. But I hope that he chooses to move out and come and find his way to us, because I would let him stay here as well, and we would work something out with Joe. And if it meant that we had to like pool our money together some way and get an apartment or something. Wow, cool. Okay, there must have been somebody else that I knew that had a January 10th birthday. I've met a lot of Capricorns, believe it or not. It's pretty astounding. Um, I met one year in a bar. She was a lesbian, but she was cool. Her and I got along really good. But I only saw her that one time. I talked to her a couple of times on the phone, and then I just lost touch with her altogether. So I hope she's doing okay. But her name was Janet. She's a Capricorn, and she was also raised by a Leo mother. And I thought, oh boy, what a coinky dink, yeah. Um, so yeah, Jim's birthday's the 12th, mine's the 9th. Somebody I met had the January 10th birthday. I also know another one that has, I think hers is January 7th, but I don't talk to her anymore. It's this chick named Joyce Chandler. She's a Capricorn. She's a witch like me. And, but I just could not, every time I've tried to be a friend to that girl, it just, I can't do it because she's too much of a bitch. I don't like the way she mistreats her animals. I've seen this firsthand myself, and I couldn't say anything because it wasn't my house, so it wasn't my place. I was just a visitor. But I did not like the way she treated her animals, especially Rocket, which even though he was her dog and she got him when he was a puppy and she raised him, he was my dog. Because every time I went over there to visit her back when we were still friends, Rocket knew the sound of my engine. When I would pull up in whatever car I was driving at the time, I think I was driving my Burgundy one, if I'm not mistaken, which it's long gone. It died, I don't know, many years ago. And he would, woo, 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 as soon as I opened the door, as soon as he heard that car door, woo, 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 he would just go off because he knew it was me. As soon as I walked in the door, this will give you guys another giggle, his nose would go straight in my crotch. And I'm like, oh boy, come on, Rocket. Do we really have to do this every time? Or he would try to jump up on me because he was a, dog. And that dog loved me to death. He was my buddy. And that was his greeting. Oh, Janet's here. And it's like, I would rather, him jump up on me than do that. But he would lay on the floor because she wouldn't let him on the couch usually because he was so big. But he would lay on the floor by my feet on whatever side of the couch I was sitting on, not mommy, me. So what does that tell you? He knew who was the one that truly loved him because she said she got him for protection. Okay, I can see the sense in that because he's a big dog. And she was living there alone most of the time. But get this, it's kind of sad. One of the guys that she ended up marrying was a mailman that used to be her mailman. He turned out to be abusive. She kept trying to stay with him because his genome pool or whatever would make him produce little girls. And Joyce has always wanted a little girl. And if she didn't get pregnant by him, which she never did, I think she said she did get pregnant once, but then she only had the baby for a few days and it died. But I think that she actually did finally adopt a kid because I've seen her a couple of places and she's got this little girl with her. And I believe she calls her Jade or Jada Lynn or something like that. It was a real pretty name. I remember that. And, but God, the hell that poor girl goes through every day, I'm sure, because, Joyce is not, in my opinion, she's not a good mother. She's not a good owner. She mistreated her animals. So what do you think she does to that little girl? It's sad. It's really sad because, I've tried like at least on 3 or 4 different times. I tried to be her friend, guys. I really did. And she made me regret it each time. So after the last time I lost contact with her, I said, no more. I'm not going to subject myself to her negativity because she was a black witch, meaning even though she was a white girl like us, she was black magic. She would have no problem hexing a person. She thought it was funny. That kind of dark, and I'm like, no, I don't think so. I'm out of here. But I'm pretty sure her birthday's like January 7th or something like that. So she's a Capricorn too, sadly. Um, as a matter of fact, my friend Maria, Vicky, you don't know her yet. She lives downstairs in the same building as us. She's like a sister to me. She has some nephews and nieces, and one of them is a Capricorn. One of the boys, because I forget exactly what day his birthday falls on, but it's in the bracket of what I go by, which is December 22nd to January 19th. So from December 22nd to January 19th is Capricorn. And he is one of them, is at least a Capricorn. And Maria, she went and she stayed with her family for 2 weeks in New York, and because she entrusted me with the key to her apartment, she knows that I keep the fort down. I take care of her cats. She's got 4 cats like we do, Vicky. We've got 2 boys and 2 girls. They're all fixed, thank goddess, because otherwise we would be like wall to wall cats. And Maria is going to be moving with us. We're trying to get a house. Um, Oh wow! So all yours are in their 30s. Okay, so Danny is the same age as Michael, because Michael's 32, because his birthday was February 9th, 1990. So, or is February 9th, 1990. Um, okay, yeah, Maria. So you know who I'm talking about. Yeah, she works on Saturdays and Sundays, and I don't even know if she might be off work already and might be on her way home if she's not home already. But Goddess, please let us get our coffin shelves today. We got some cool coffin shelves coming today, Vicky. And tomorrow is going to be running day, because that's going to be me and Chris's check payday. So as soon as I get up in the morning, or whenever I get up tomorrow, we're going to be, I'm going to probably just give myself enough time to like get a bowl of cereal down me or something, and give myself, if I'm lucky, a handful of minutes to wake up, and then we'll probably be out doing the running, because we have to put gas in the car, we have to get cash items for the house, I have to get my payment up to Mariner Finance. I'm paying back a personal loan that I got, Vicky, from a couple years ago. And I'm getting pretty good though. I've got it down to 900 and something. Oh, okay, good. I'm glad you got to see that, Vicky. I'm sorry I didn't even, brain not working, brain work. I'm glad you got to see that and enjoy that, because Brooke was on. She was on with us when we did the Halloween thing. And that's Mom's new place. And, it was a lot of fun. And I think my Aunt Carol was there too, if I'm not mistaken, because that was the last time that we had her over there, because I have given Carol 3 different chances, guys, 3 different chances. I would go over there and help her. I would go over there and visit with her. I've been over backwards for this woman. I'm glad. I'm glad you did. And the last straw, guys, this was the last straw for me. And this is why I told Mom, even when Mom asks about Carol and how she's doing, or if I've heard from her, I've blocked her number on my phone. I haven't erased it. I haven't deleted it, but I've blocked it. So she can't call me anymore. She accused me from stealing from her. She accused me of stealing from her. And I don't do that shit. The only items that I own that she gave me, I did not steal from her. She said, "Here, I want you to have these." And she was accusing me of stealing some kind of perfume. I didn't even know. I've never even heard of this stuff. So she must have been saying it wrong or whatever, but it sounded to me like she was saying TiVo or something like that. So I punched it in a search engine one time and said, "Is there a perfume called TiVo?" And I didn't see nothing. Closest I came to it was something called Taboo, and that it still wasn't it. She accused me of stealing perfume from her. She accused me from stealing coins from her. She just listed off a bunch of stuff that she accused me of stealing from her that I know damn well I did not do. I don't do that. I don't steal from people, especially family. Good Lord, are you kidding me? And I said, "That's it. I'm done. I'm not going to call her anymore. I'm not going to be anything to do with her, because that's the way Carol has always been. Sadly, she's a Gemini, and she's got that flip and split personality, y'all, right down the middle. She's like 84 years old. She still does the naughty. Well, good for you, honey. If you still like it and enjoy it, go for it. I really don't care. But she can't get a boyfriend. Guys just come in and, as long as they get their bed play, they're happy. And then they just like ignore her otherwise. So, But I can't do it. I cannot do it. I will not do it. I will not go over there anymore. I will not talk to her anymore, because that was the final straw for me. You don't accuse me of stealing from you, because I would never do that. And she should know better than to accuse me of such a thing. And what's worse is it wasn't her directly, even though in part she did. She put Kay on the phone. Kay is one of my cousins and also her oldest daughter. And Kay is an absolute bitch from HE double toothpicks that I ever saw. She is the one that has been stealing from her mother, and Carol knows it. Yet whenever Kay comes over to take her out somewhere, she goes. Whenever Kay comes over to take her down to Kay's place for a couple of weeks, she goes. And yet she complains about how awful her daughter treats her. Well, she wasn't exactly the best mom either. So, yeah, there's a whole drama, BS, not worth going into anymore there. But point being, you accused me of stealing from you. I will never talk to her again. I don't wish the woman ill. I know her health is poor, but that's not my fault. She's done it to herself. She doesn't have anybody living there, which is sad. She has this beautiful little house that's fallen apart around her. She refuses to move. She refuses to sell it because she don't want to end up in an old folks home, because I think that would be Carol's undoing. And I can't blame her, because too many of them around here, especially, they mistreat their patients. They mistreat them and, steal from them and, beat on them and, cause them injury and all kinds of crap. And I'm not wishing that on her or anybody. So yeah, there's a lot of darkness in the family, sadly. Yeah, I do. As a matter of fact, some of what I've been trying to do on more a positive side of things, Vicky, honoring the little kid inside of me by having a book like this that has the little, you can like pop the little things in and then you can pop them back out by opening the cover, and then you just pop them back out. This is my happy thoughts journal. I only put happy thoughts in here. So during the times when I'm feeling bad, or if I'm having a bad day or whatever, and I'm to the point of tears almost, then I'll get this out and I'll read through it, and then it helps me to shift my mental state so that I'm in a more happier state again. And I love my Lisa Frank, so this is the kind of stuff I do sometimes, just for fun. And like I said, for part of it's honoring the little kid in me too, because that there's still that side of me. I still like those things. I wasn't able to have them when I was little, so I have them now. Here's my Lisa Frank stickers, which, as you can see, I've got quite a bit of them used already, and that's just one sheet. So, but just little fun projects like that. I have some resin pieces, Vicky, you've probably seen I've had on here. Those, I've got some that are for sale, but right now, because I don't know enough about the technology and the technological side of things, rather, I wish I could figure out how to flip the camera. It says I don't have access to this feature, see? And that's the one that's the camera, because if I had access to it, I'd be able to flip the camera around and then have my pieces on a table, that are for sale right now, so I can make some extra money that way. Just money for, when we need stuff, and just money to live on. No camera on the back. Yeah, and you haven't seen if you've seen all of my videos, and I know you're good at keeping up with them, Vicky, so you probably have, some of my newest ones are like these guys, but I'm trying to sort out getting them the mold in a more spherical shape, because this is not spherical. It's actually, I don't know if it's probably going to be hard to tell showing it this way, but it has a longness to it that it's not supposed to have. See, it's perfectly round on the bottom, but here around the sides, it's not perfectly spherical like it's supposed to be. So, yeah, those are some of the pieces. This is one that Alicia did for me for Christmas. She actually hand did that herself. And all I did was I added the glittery to the top with this nail polish, which it's a skull bottle. I got it from Hot Topic. And I've got a couple of different types of the earrings. Yeah, those are nice. Because I've only got a couple of the pieces though that I've actually been able to turn into wearable jewelry, because with this particular mold, when I bought that particular mold, it came with, I'm looking for my, oh, they're buried under here. If I can find them and get to them. Here they are. But see, if you're doing a live stream, and especially if I was doing a public live stream, which I probably, that's part of what I plan on doing. You can't, it's harder to, people aren't gonna, like showing each individual piece each time is a little bit of an effort, and that box just went on the floor. This whole box is full of them. Maria just came in. Okay, these are some of the latest pieces I've done. Now this one is done in resin. It's a lid to one of the jewelry boxes, but I had to do wax. And this is one of the witch coins. I call them witch coins. Let's see, I think, what side is the right side up? Oh, I thought I'd gotten that straight. But anyway, this is one of the coins I made, but it's hard to see the design because of all the glitter. My friend Vicky's on too. This is one of the blue ones. This is what I call the cloud coasters. These are like 10. But see, how many people are going to have the patience to sit while you show each individual piece? Probably not very many. This is a light green one. That's one side. It's a small, what I call cloud coaster. And that's the other side, which I put the price tag on. So I've got like this box is full of like different colored ones of those. And I keep pieces of paper between them so they don't get like, messy and, get messed up. And this one, I actually glued this top on, or glued this witch symbol on. Okay. There's where it's the upright. Okay. Because I ran out of resin for this piece. It was the last of the resin that I had that Brooke had gotten me, Vicky. And, so it wasn't quite enough to do the lid, to complete the lid. So that's why I had to improvise. So this one I probably won't sell because I was just improvising. And this is the one that actually will fit on my money box because it's cast from the same colors. See? And it fits on there perfect.
Sure does.
So I wanted to give the witch stone.
How you did that?
Well, like I said, I had to do a combination of wax to fill in the hole. And I literally glued the witch stone it's got the triquetra on it. Brooke said hi.
Oh, so hi.
She's munching. She knocked on the door because she wasn't sure if it was open. It's like, oh, you girls would love this. Brooke, you've already seen this. I don't know if Vicky's been on here when I've shown it before, but this is a witch kit that we got, and that's all the zodiac signs on it. And of course, Capricorn's right here. It's right there. So that I consider the bottom of my box.
I got the thing over the cloth for the table. You heard?
Yeah.
I got that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get that to you yet.
Here's the sun. This is in a light purple with glitter, but as you can see, I don't have the little links and stuff in it, so you can actually wear it yet. So that's some finality I have to do with these. Here's one of the crescent moons, and it's in the purple. I know you can't see it very well because it's so far away, but it has a hole in the top and a hole in the bottom. And I'm pretty sure the hole in the bottom is for these little guys. So when you do the crescent moon ones, it's actually moon and stars. So between the two, it's sun, moon, and stars. Here's a green zodiac box that I did. Here's a black one. And I mean, this thing is seriously glitterized here, you know. This is one of the square ones. This is a real pretty dark purple one that I did. And I believe it's got a complete set of the witch stones in it. I call them witch stones. This one's got like a pentacle on it. These I absolutely love. And my little stickers things are not even staying on here.
Really?
These are like trinket dishes, Vicky, that you could put like small stuff in. This is a mold that Maria sent me. Or not Maria, Brooke. And she also sent me the mold for these guys. And you get 2 lids with them. Everything's wanting to slide all around because of the Lisa Frank. Okay, let me move the Lisa Frank because I don't want a piece to fall on the floor and break. I would cry. It fell, but it's fine. It didn't break. It just fell.
Boo.
Ooh.
Baby.
So see, if you're not using it as a trinket dish and you're, into the witch thing and whatever and a witch yourself, the other side is just blank. So you could lay this side up and use it as a symbol, a goddess symbol.
You want to eat more sensibly? Not overstuff yourself?
This is a black one of that. And that's the back of it. Here's one of the lids. This lid has the sun on it. And it has the zodiacs around the rim. Hey, Kalika. This is another lid to one of the square boxes. And as you can see, I put a Lisa Frank sticker there and I put a Lisa Frank sticker there. So if anybody wanted that particular piece, but they don't want the Lisa Frank stickers, I could just take them off. I was just doing that for decorative purposes anyway. Okay, the ones that are actually one of them that I've got assembled, and this was just a random piece that I had around. This is the crescent moon. So like if you get a pair of the crescent moon earrings, Vicky, you could have this to match as a pendant. This can be a keychain. This is round. It's got a hole in the top. This one I won't sell because these are a batch that didn't really turn out because they're pliable and they're not supposed to be. Meaning you can bend them and stuff. Here's another keychain shape, which is just a rectangle. Here's some other colors of it that I've done. There's a purple there. Here's one of the keychains. It's one of the little yellow circles. This keychain piece came with the kit that I bought so that I could have those. Whoop! Oh dear. Oh dear. And this one is going to be, I'm not sure when I'm going to get around to assembling it, but there's 4 pieces like this. This is on the flip side of the triple goddess one. And Brooke said that this is supposed to be a stand of some kind or something like that. So I'm thinking that you'll have to, probably the most realistic way that I can think of to glue them together would be, make sure I'm getting the right sides here. Like maybe this would be one way you could glue it together here. And if you think, you look, that's an instant crescent moon. And then if you take the other 2 pieces and glue them on as well, then I'm assuming that was the format that these are supposed to be done in so you can use them as a stand. So, but yeah, this is just some of the creative stuff that I've been trying to do around here when I'm, not really doing much of anything else. Here's one of the black lids to the Zodiac box. And there's the flip side of that. Here's one that's also the sun and it's got nice gold glitter. And here's some of the little ones that I did because these didn't turn out that great. I would not sell these because I wouldn't feel right selling them. This was just something I did to make them look better. This is Lisa Frank, all Lisa Frank stickers and nail polish. So I literally painted the side that was messed up. And if this piece would have been better, that's the colors it was. It was like some real pretty earth tone colors. This is another one. This is purple, and then it's got the Lisa Frank stickers on it. And as you can tell, I only used one coat. And then on the back, it's the green. And I took my glitter polish and painted over the edges of the stickers to keep them on. So, but what I plan on doing, and I just haven't gotten around to yet, is doing a live stream showing all of my pieces that are for sale right now, because these, I think I've got these for $10, the triple goddess. But I also have some sets that I'm going to do, but selling these, I would only be okay with selling to somebody that wanted one, as long as they know it's not perfectly spherical. So your lid's not going to fit on there perfect. And this is already hardened, so I can't do anything to fix it. And I don't want to, because some customers, they're going to be real finicky and they want good products, they're not going to want something that looks like a piece of crap, So if I'm going to do it, I want to do it right and feel like, have the confidence that I'm giving good products to people, not shoddy ones, that didn't come out right or whatever. Because if it was me, I don't know that I would want to buy them, if they were that bad. Yeah, I do too. You love the square box or you love the Zodiac box? Because remember, I found out about the Zodiac box through you, and I was like so thrilled when I saw that was what you sent me. I was like, oh my God, because I loved it. So one of the lids, Vicky, has the sun on it for the round box, and then one has the pentacle on it. Comes with the two lids. Yeah, I thought of that. But see, that is the funny part in a way, because that you would think that would be easy enough to do, and maybe you guys know how to do it, but I don't. Yes, you wanted to say something? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Say hi, Vicky. This is my old man, Chris. But I thought of that, doing a video on my phone and then upload it to my YouTube. So that way I could show him really good, but I'm probably going to need his help because I'm not really good at doing that stuff. He's good at it. He's been doing it for 37 years or whatever. He's got.
Or we could use my good camera instead of the phone.
Yeah, that too. See, he's got a beautiful $800 camera outfit, Vicky. So yeah. Yeah.
Brooke's still on.
What? Yeah, Brooke's on.
Hey, Brooke. You've got a little more experience with them, so I'm asking you. Do you think possibly the molds could be straightened a little quicker if we maybe heated them with not major heat like a microwave or something like that, but more like a hair blower, hair dryer?
Yeah, her and I talked about that, or like water, like dip them in some boiling water or something for a couple seconds. And then I would think if we had like something that would be the ideal weight to set on top of it. But I mean, even after we dipped them in the water, how would we keep the shape round, or would it automatically?
I'm assuming it's going to go back to the shape it's supposed to be in.
That would be nice. Yeah.
I was wondering if heating would help quicken it.
Yeah, because me and Brooke were playing around with different ideas, and Vicky said hi too. Yeah, his name is spelled really weird, and he has gotten teased about people calling him Christ. His name's not spelled that way. It's actually Krist. So he says his mom had a weird sense of humor. All of him and his siblings have the same initials, which is what, KLB or something like that? Yeah, KLB. So his is Chris Lee Bazart, and then he's got a sister that has a K name and a brother that has a K name, and so it gets confusing, yeah.
All these kids is having all the same issues too.
Yeah, see, so it's unique, and I've got kind of a cute story behind that too, of this is one of the times where, a love spell actually went right. But how I brought Chris into my life was it was during a full moon. It was a true love come to me spell. And you're supposed, the idea is you're supposed to have a picture of the person whose traits you would want a certain amount of traits for them to have, like if you like black hair, blue eyes, or green eyes and blonde hair, whatever, be as specific as you can, and this and that. And I remember in part of the wording, what I did was I asked for Harry Potter all grown up, and that's exactly what Chris is. He has the right shade of the green eyes that the Harry Potter character was supposed to have. He is a witch like me. He has that, the baby fine hair. So his hair's like really thin, but it's really super soft. And he finally found a shampoo that has shea butter in it that helps his hair to grow, because he's had a hard time getting his hair to grow. Mine grows like flipping crazy, no matter how much I cut it. Yeah. Yeah, and he's got curls. He's got curls. It's kind of, his is kind of curly and wavy and stuff.
I hate that.
Oh yeah, Kenny. Yeah, Kenny, bless him. I'm sure he's probably tromping around here, keeping an eye on me, making sure I'm okay. Because I remember how that was probably one of the weirdest. But it's very sweet. I just wish that at the time I would have been of an age where I would have been comfortable dating Kenny, your brother, because I know that, he really did like me and, wanted to date me. And that's, I can look back on that now, and that is so precious. But, I mean, sadly that didn't happen, but, I hope that he's still okay and, kind of tromping around and keeping an eye on me. And, even Angie's popped in once in a while. I don't know, because sometimes when I'm plugged into the universe, there's so much information coming through. It's like imagining a line halfway around a store the night before the freaking Black Friday goes off or something. I mean, it's like, that's how I envision it, is a line of spirits that are trying to get through.
Well, you know how long we've been together.
Yeah, so me and Chris have been together, according to him, and he's probably right, because my math has always been off. We've been together basically, you might as well say 16 years already, because December 19th of 2007 is when we got together. That's when we met. And then there was a funny story behind that too, because I was on a Care2 site. It's an electronic, the Save the Whales, and all and different things like that. You do electronic signatures on petitions to, stop whaling and stop, killing the wolves and different things like that. So it was called Care2. As far as I know, it's still out there, but they're totally different. Their format is totally different now than the way it was when I met Chris. Because I was on my page one day, and it really sucks. I had a lot of witch friends on there that I hate like hell. I lost touch with when I stopped going on there, and I don't even know why I did that. But I had a Wiccan page made up and everything, and loved it. Thought it was very unique and very creative and very me, and all that. Oh, that's sad. I'm sorry to hear that, hon. But see, that's one way that, spirits can come to us the easiest, seems to be when we're sleeping, because that's when we're at rest and, our brain isn't like overrun with the toils of the day, and everything. But yeah, spirits can come to us the easiest in dreams a lot of times, because it don't take, so much energy and everything. But anyway, I was on Care2 one day, and I was just, I was navigating the site, basically trying to learn how to use it to the best of my ability and use everything on it that it would allow you to do, right? So I was looking at the top of my screen, and I saw something that said singles. I'm like, oh, what the hell? Let me go ahead and click on it, see what's what. Clicked on it, window dropped down, clicked on that, went into, looking for a male companion and, all that. Out of 6 guys, get this, out of 6 guys, Chris was the first and the only one that answered me. So, and then also another little fun tidbit in a magical sense was when I was sitting on my bed that full moon night when I cast the True Love Come to Me spell, and I was talking to the goddess out loud about the specifics that I wanted the person to have, and, Please don't let them have this bad habit. Don't let them have this characteristic. Don't let them, so because the more specific you are, the better the result, really. But then you got to allow for, flaws, because we all have them, exactly, meant to be. And so I told the goddess, I said, you're going to have to hit me over the head a few million times before I get it. And you know what? Within, I think, a few days after I cast that spell, before he even showed up, I kept seeing the word wolf everywhere. And weirdly enough, he is a wolf. That's one of his strongest totem animals. And I was walking across the parking lot one day with a friend, and I said, "Oh, that's weird. The guy I'm looking for, his name starts with a K, and his last name is," and I think I either said it out loud or something. I don't know, but I was like, "Well, that's a strange name." But talking about hitting you on the head, the goddess definitely did that. And I was like, a K and a T. I'm like, what kind of name was that? So it turned out Kris Art. That's his name. The wolf. I kept seeing wolf everywhere. I kept seeing it on license plates, on, billboards, and it was surrounding me. So the goddess definitely hit me over the head, and she got a kick out of that. She's like, "Oh wow, I guess it worked. I'll remember that." I'm like, "Oh Lord," So be careful what you wish for. Because when you say hit me over the head a few million times, she does. Do you get it? Do you get it? Do you get it? That's what she did. So I'm like, okay, enough. Okay, I get it. Thank you. Let's go from here. So yeah, it was pretty cute. All the little bits and that, that falls together. And also the fact of how many times me and Chris were so close to each other before we even met, and different things that we went to, different events that we went to, and stuff like that. All the way back to when I was hanging out with the Salem West crowd, which is no longer, they've all dispersed. I think AJ turned into a Christian. Oh my God. But anyway.
And even before that, you were living on Town Street. I was only a couple of blocks away.
Yeah, when I was living on Town Street, he was only a couple blocks from me. It was so funny, all the things. When you reflect back on, oh my God, we could have met that many times. We were that close together and we never met. That's just bizarre to me. So I'm like, okay. Well, according to this, there's a third person on here. Hello, third person. Don't be shy and don't be afraid to let me know who it is. Cause I try to talk to everybody. Because usually, the 2 or 3 at one time is the most that I get on my lives. But I do subs only right now because, let's face it, I'm not exactly dressed for the day. I'm in my nightgown or whatever. I'm in a house dress. My subs can understand that and appreciate, oh, that's just Janet. She's just being comfortable. But if it was public, I don't want the trolls coming in and saying, well, you could have at least combed your hair. Or, oh, my God, why don't you put on some makeup? I don't need that shit, So my subs are my peeps. They know me, they're friends, they're family. They're not going to judge. They're not going to criticize. They're just happy to be able to spend this time with me, and I'm happy to be able to spend it with them, because sometimes that's the only way we can, because everybody's so far away from each other. Hi. Carmela, what you doing? She wants her bug. This is her bug. This is the little laser light thing. The cats go stupid over this thing. We've got 2 of them now, but they take the little flat batteries, so we can't play with them much but they love it. Because they're bored. You got 4 cats in this tiny 1-bedroom apartment, and they're bored. So this is like some of the entertainment for the day. Oh yeah, Vicky hasn't seen her yet. There's one of my kitties. You've probably seen her on like past lives before. Past live streams. Carmilla!
Squeaky butt.
Yeah, he calls her squeaky butt. Because she used to squeak when she would meow instead of,
Does.
She still does. Like sometimes a poor little thing, she tries to meow, but nothing comes out. It's really cute. But then she can, she does have the ability to meow. Okay, whoever the third person was, now they're saying they popped off again. That does happen sometimes. Maybe their connection isn't very good or something. But, and I try to be understanding of that, And not to mention, different time zones, because, being in England, Brooke is you're 5 hours away. You're 5 hours further than we are. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Carmela, she's actually one of the one of my few of the four that actually will play fetch. Yeah, five ahead. So yeah, it's like let's see, it's 2:30 here, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's like 7:30 there in England. So yeah, and this is what I do a lot of times, Vicky, is I just get on here and I just talk. This is like, to me, this is like the equivalent of a long distance phone call in a way, because I mean, I can't hear or see you guys, but at least you can hear and see me. 19:31 p.m. Yeah. Yeah, it is. And
if Brooke's not using her phone to view this, you could always call her so she could talk right back.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, we do have long distance that we can call and stuff. International, sorry. So we can call Brooke, as you know, in England, Brooke, but I try not to do that too much because I don't want it to run our bill up, because for a while there, Michael was driving us up the wall because he was calling her so much, or he would call us and ask us to try and call her. And it's like, Michael, come on. Do you seem to forget that this costs us money every time we do this? And when you're doing it several times a day, it gets on your nerves after a while. But, yeah, he's, I mean, I know that of course, Michael's anxious to get out, and we want him out. Depending on how many of my lives you've seen, Vicky, Michael's incarcerated right now. He's in Marion Correctional, and we're trying our bestest to get him out, but there's just only so much that we can do. And me and Brooke, we've all had like several discussions on it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure I can do FaceTime on mine. I just don't do it a lot because, again, the signal might not be strong. Well, we got new phones, so I don't know.
Messenger.
It'll do Messenger. Okay,
Facebook
so
Messenger's video chat. You can
okay.
also do video chat on Signal. Apparently, the phone system doesn't do video chat anymore, but it used to.
Uh-huh. Yeah, Maria went back downstairs. It's like, sorry, sissy, but she knows, when I get on here and I do my lives, I tend to get preoccupied because I want to talk to my people, and as long as I can.
Might still be able to do video. Yeah, it looks like the regular phone calls can still do video.
Oh, okay. So I can do video calls. I just haven't done them a whole lot. Because again, depending on like the weather and stuff, a lot of times, or how strong the tower signal is, it's either going to come in really good or it's going to come in really crappy. So, it's hard to tell until you're actually doing it, kind of thing. But, Vicky, she's in Myrtle Beach. So, I'd love to go there, but, just to see it. Because I've never even seen really much of Myrtle. I don't think I've ever seen Myrtle Beach. I remember going past like a sign on the freeway saying Myrtle Beach this way, but I never actually went. Brooke is coming up March 1st to March 12th, Vicky. She's going to be with us for 12 days.
Oh, God, I got to put up with her almost 2 weeks.
Oh, shut up. That's just Chris and his weird ass sense of humor, and believe me, it's weird. It's up there. He's made me into some weirdo because I start teasing him back to say, she's like, yeah, you do, ha ha.
Bring my pickles.
No.
And you can have Kalika in return.
No. Vicky. Brooke has a cat called Pickles that Chris is always teasing her about. He wants Pickles. And Brooke wants Boo. She wants my cat Boo. She said, I'll take Boo, thanks.
Nope.
No, you're not getting mine. That's just their weird little banter that they do all the time. So.
Hey, getting rid of Kalika?
No.
Would calm the household down one hell of a
lot. No.
She's the freaking instigator of most trouble.
Why don't you just lop one of my arms off while you're at it? You're asking me to get rid of my familiar, and I'm not doing it. Oh, boy. Welcome to the weird family is all I can say.
Carmela would be a better familiar because Carmela's calmer. Kalika's got negativity to her. They're wanting to dominate everybody.
She just happens to be my polarity too, which makes our bond particularly strong because she's a Cancer. Kalika is a Cancer and Carmela is a Taurus. We don't know what Boo and Bella are because we don't know what their birthdays are. But I know what Carmela's birthday is and Kalika's birthday because I have them written down in one of my birthday books. We had Kalika first and then we got Carmela second. So they're like half sisters. You know, they both had different dads. Because
we don't know.
Which was one of the cats that I ended up taking over to my mom.
Rescue.
It was a rescue. And we called her Mama Kitty. And she had so many litters, though, that she finally just went away one day and stopped coming around. And now Mom's moved to a new place. Because she used to be on Santa Maria, Vicky, but she's on another street now. And it's a nice house. You know, there's an attic space that I like to turn into our girls' club when enough of us girls can get together. And we've had some fun times up there in my little attic space too. But I don't hardly go up there because when I go over to visit with Mom, she expects me to spend the entire time visiting with her. So I have to limit how much time I spend upstairs.
And to show how weird I am, my familiar is a Maine Coon.
Yeah.
Cat that can't decide whether it's a cat or a dog.
It's a dog, but in a cat's body. We're not considered west side, are we? We're considered east. We're east now, Vicky. If you like, I mean, there's only subs on here, so any sub that I know, they already know my address, so it should be okay to give it to you. If you want to write it down, and I mean, I'll try to say it here. Let me type it in. It's probably going to be easier for you. And then you can write it down or something if you want. There you go, Vicky. There's my address. That's where we're at now. We're real close to the airport. We're real close to John Glenn Airport, if that helps give you an idea about where we're at. So if you know where John Glenn is, we're very close to that. It used to be called Columbus Airport or Port Columbus or whatever, but now they've renamed it like years ago to John Glenn, which I guess was like one of the first astronauts that went into space or something like that. So that's our address now. And we've been here the past 16 years, literally, you know, since me and Chris have been together, we've lived here at this same address. And this is why we want to get out and we want to get our house. So we're out in the country where everybody's happier and it's a lot more peaceful and we will own the house so we can do whatever the flippity flop we want to do with the house.
Ohio has produced more astronauts than any other state. So I guess that tells you how bad Ohio is, that people are willing to go to space to get the hell out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, that's it. I'm just going to live on my little thing up here, my little space shuttle in space and forget the planet because it's just gone to hell. So, yeah, it's 16 years and he's definitely, you know, been with me the longest for sure. But, yeah. So there you go, Vicky. I hope you was able to scribble that down so you have it. But I'm going to go ahead and take it off of here. Did you get it all written down or anything? So, because I don't want to take it off here if you don't have it all written down. It shouldn't take that long to scribble down or whatever. Let me guess. You can't find a pen and paper. Oh, my goodness. Screen's... Okay. Okay, good. There you go. So yeah, we're on the east side now. That's all. Um, we ow. But yeah, some of the time, as you probably have seen, Vicky, I try to make my lives fun, if I can. But sometimes I run out of things too. Run out of things to say or do or whatever. So I'm like, what can I do? I don't want it to just be, I don't want it to be like too boring or anything. Because you can only have, so much to talk about, and then you run out of things. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's just, the neighborhood around here is just gotten really a lot worse. Um, during the time that we've been here, and I don't know if you saw that particular video, but Vicky, but I was attacked in the back of my building here several years ago, and I put that on here earlier too. That I was, pistol whipped, carjacked, and mugged. So not only did they put a gun to my head, but they demanded the keys to my car. They took my car and they took my purse. But luckily, Chris was able to act quickly enough. They didn't get any of my money. We canceled out the card that was in my purse that they stole, and we was able to recover my car. It ended up in the police impound lot. Once I made the report, that I was attacked and everything, I even had one of the news channels over here. And all you will see is I was wearing a yellow dress. I had my hand down at my side because, I talk with my hands, but I had my hand down at my side and I was telling them, what had happened to me on the attack. And some people suggested a block watch kind of thing where, neighbors would watch out for each other. But I just don't see that happening around here because there's just too many bad people around this area, drug heads and all kinds of stuff. Yeah. So, now, like, if it's like a special day, yeah, it is scary. If it's a special day or if it's a Wiccan holiday or something, I will try to do a live stream and try to do like the ritual of whatever the Wiccan season is. Like the next one coming up is going to be Imbolc, which is IMBOLC. And it's a Wiccan holiday. It's February 2nd, which is also Groundhog Day. Um, so and I think February 2nd, I think Maria has a doctor's appointment somewhere or something like that. And get this, February 14th, Valentine's Day itself, is when I go to get acquainted with our new doctor. He's a foreign doctor, but Chris has already seen him. And, he said he seems like he's a pretty cool guy. I think his name's like Dr. Wu, something or another. Oh, crap. But yeah, mom's like 91 years old now, Vicky. Can you believe it? And she's still with us. So, bless that stubborn Leo, whatever that keeps her around. But Carl's with her right now because he's looking for a place and stuff. And, he's, it's causing a lot of friction. And, I don't like going over there because it doesn't take long before mom and him are complaining. And yeah, she's for the most part, if she'd be doing better if Carl wasn't there. And I told her that I was going to try to come over there today, just to like keep her company or something or another. But I don't know if I'm gonna make it or not because it's already going on 3. And I told her that I would try. I don't say yes, I'll be over, and then not, and then something happens and I don't feel like going, or I can't show up or whatever because I get busy doing stuff here. Because I know a lot of it is she's like yesterday when I was over there doing laundry for 6 hours. Um, she kept coming down like every couple of loads or whatever. She'd come down to the laundry room and talk to me and say, maybe you could come over tomorrow so we could have more of a visit. Well, the only drawback there is, yeah, I could go over there, but then I'm going to subject myself to more arguing between her and Carl, and also Carl pressuring me to go look at this trailer with him, which I really don't want to do because it's far away. And if I do, then mom's going to have a conniption fit because then Carl is taking me and mom's time away by wanting me to go look at this trailer with him that he's trying to get. So I mean, I don't want to let my mom down or upset her that if I don't show up, but And tomorrow's going to be too busy because tomorrow's payday, so it's always a running day. We got several places that we end up having to go. Um, so the soonest that I might be able to get over there again to see her is going to be like maybe Tuesday or something. Wait, no. Wait. 30th Monday, 31st Tuesday, 1st is Wednesday, 2nd is Thursday. So if I'm calculating it right in my head, this Thursday is Maria's appointment. I don't know if it's one of her doctor appointments because we take Maria, or Chris does most of the time, takes her to her doctor appointments and stuff. She just had a mammogram recently because she doesn't drive. She doesn't read or write. She suffered a stroke years ago, so that messes up her speech. And there's some things that she can't say. Like when she goes to blow out a candle, sometimes it's hard for her because of the one side of her face that ended up sinking in, and she's got this line across her jaw that looks like a scar. And she's like 64 years old, and her own kids won't even come and see her very much. Or if they do, they're spending the entire time while they're supposed to be visiting with her, they're on their damn phones. And to me, that's wrong. It's like, if that's all you're going to do, then you might as well go home. Because to me, that's not visiting. That's just, basically acting like mom's not even there. You're supposed to engage each other in conversation and, maybe go out and do something fun together or something along those lines. But so when me and Maria became friends and she moved into our building, we became really close, to the point, and I've never had a friend do this before. She actually trusts me with a key to her place. And, so I can go down there anytime I want, and sometimes, to get a break from up here so much and everything, yeah, I will go down there for a few hours. When she was gone in New York for 2 weeks, I went down there and took care of her cats. And then I would also sit with them and stuff, so um, they could they had somebody there, and they would come up. Some of them, like at least two of them, laid on my lap. One of them laid on my chest once. I think that was Tigi. That was her female. She's the youngest and the smallest of the four, because Maria has four cats as well. She has two boys and two girls. We have two boys and two girls. So all the cats are fixed. So no more babies. But when we move to the house, we're going to have 8 cats. So that's going to be a lot of cat litter. That's going to be a lot of cat food. That's going to be a lot of cat toys. That's going to be a lot of cat everything. But because the three of us will be able to then pool our resources and split any like costs 3 ways for like any bills or anything like that. So one person isn't doing it all. Then all 3 of us will then have more of our money to ourselves to be able to do more fun stuff with and whatever. And if you're wondering, I know you're seeing it upside down, but this is a parabody rune. This is from a movie called Mortal Instruments, and it's also a really good book series about like angels and demons and stuff. It's really cool. And I've got all the books as far as I know. I've only got one of the movies because they never made any other movies, because the actors that played the parts, when they tried to ask those same actors to play the parts again, they wanted more money. So the people producing the movie didn't want to shell out the money. So now instead they have some kind of series, but you have to have a certain channel to be able to see it. And I haven't seen even one of those episodes. That's Mortal Instruments, but different actors are playing the characters. So, but anyway, it's called a friendship rune, and it's only 2 people are supposed to be able to do it. But that doesn't mean that, like if you and a friend wanted to get that same rune done, you could do that. And then I would, in my case, I would just have 2 of them. But me and Naomi, my sister, had the parabody rune done together. I paid for mine. She paid for hers. We had them done at the same time, same day, same place. $86 that little thing cost right there. So the only other tattoos I have is I have a shamrock on my left leg, several inches above my ankle, because I was going to have them do it right on my ankle because I have Irish, in my bloodline. Yeah, exactly. And Maria, she doesn't have anybody else, and I mean, her own family more or less shun her except for her sister Anna. Her sister Anna usually calls her every day, and sometimes she'll call her several times a day. Um, but I feel bad for Anna because she's really going through a lot too. Uh, she's got all of her other daughters. She's got all of her daughters, sorry, living with her. They have kids, except for Kathlina and Inini. And Anini, we're not even sure is actually related to Pablo, but he refuses to get a DNA test to prove it. And she's a real bitch. She causes a lot of trouble, and so does Margaret. Actually, her name's Margarita, like the drink, but she is very high maintenance. She's very vain about her body and her appearance and her attitude, and this and that, and it puts poor Anna through double toothpicks. And Anna is raising her own grandchildren because her own daughters, that her one daughter Bonnie, who's the kids belong to, won't raise her own kids. And the SOB that is the father of three, actually four of her kids, because she's pregnant with another one, three boys, and now she's going to have four boys and one girl. Well, as you know, I've got three boys, one girl. Alicia was the only girl that I ever had. So yeah, there's a lot that's been going on, and it's hard to catch up, with friends and stuff, because you're like, oh God, there was this thing that happened, and that happened, and it's just a lot. But I do my best, I try. Trying to think if there was anything I wanted to. Oh yeah. I was thinking of my resin pieces because I do want to do a public live stream about that. Because one, I'm trying to generate some more people, but I also have to be careful because of the trolls. And we call them trolls because they're the ones that come in and become a problem. They become disruptive, they become rude, criticizing, judgmental. They start cutting you down and saying, oh, this crap is boring. I don't want to see this, blah, blah, blah. And then, okay, then just leave. And, I do have the ability. Let's see, let me click on these over here. I can pin a message, report, remove, put user in timeout, hide user on this channel, add moderator. That's some of the things I can do. And Brooke is a moderator for me. So when she's on, but if I'm doing my subs, usually, like I said, it's my people. So I know they're not going to say anything derogatory or mean or anything like that to me. Whereas if it's public, then you're opening yourself to the possibility. I'm not saying it'll happen, but the possibility of trolls coming in and just being mean, and causing a problem. Hello, mystery person. I see number 3 on there again. But trying to think of anything else. That's the one drawback of these things here, because this is what I'm drinking. It's a Crystal Light. We don't have any pop right now, so I'm trying to drink. This is supposed to give you energy, but it has a tendency to cause either a tickle in my throat or it causes me to cough a lot because it burns, kind of has like a little bit of a burny sensation, and it's probably because of the whatever it is they use in it, because these are pre-sweetened. This is basically like Kool-Aid, and you just put it in water, stir it up, and it's ready to go. Not to mention how badly sick I was for, like, you might as well say 15, 16 days. When Maria came back from New York and we went over and picked her up at the bus depot because she took the Greyhound both times. We were there waiting to pick her up. I didn't have my mask on. And she got off the bus, and I didn't have anything I had something to drink with me, but I had it in a gemstone bottle, which is glass. It has a separate compartment in the bottom, which you've probably seen me show them on my live streams. I've got my Phoenix bottle, which is the only one I have left now. And then I got another one called Gem Bottle, and the same thing. It has a compartment on the bottom. You can take the lid off. There's a lid that unscrews, and you can put crystals in it. And then you screw the lid back on, and you won't actually have physical contact with the crystals, but the properties that they have, you still absorb just by having in that bottom compartment. The energy still comes up into you and, gives you energy and different things like that. And I all I did was set it on the ground when we was waiting for her, and I shouldn't have done that. It fell over on its own and shattered. The bottom part of it stayed intact, so I was able to very carefully screw off the bottom, take my crystals out, and then I just had to throw the whole thing away. And those things are like $40. I can show you one of the gem bottles. This is the gem bottle, and see this little area down here? See? So you can actually put stuff in the bottom, and it's pretty deep. But I can't drink out of this one because the plate here that separates this compartment from this cracked because I was putting ice in it and I was letting it drop down, and apparently the glass wasn't strong enough and it caused it to crack. So I had to take some glue to glue it. But here's the thing. I had to glue it on the inside and also on the underside so I can no longer drink from this bottle, because then I would be taking into my body the toxicity of the glue that I use. So no, I ain't doing that. In November. Oh, geez. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's scary, huh? But what ended up happening was when that gem bottle, not that one, but the other one that I had to take the crystals out of the bottom when we was there picking her up, she had this big thermos thing that had some tea in it, and I didn't have anything to drink now because all my pop just went all over the ground. I didn't have any other with me, and I made the mistake of drinking after her. And as soon as I did that, and not until we got home and the next day arrived, her and I both found out she didn't even know she was sick, and I didn't know that she was sick. So I should have never drank from her bottle because I got whatever she had. But get this, the whole 2 weeks that she was in New York, she didn't get it. Only when she came back did she get it. And I'm like, oh, fuck. So this crap had me for like 15 to 16 days. And I mean, it was god awful horrible. It was probably one of the strains of fucking COVID. I don't know. But whatever this one was definitely respiratory, because I was coughing and hacking constantly. And this is a Slim Fast bottle. I literally filled one of these all the way up to there because I use it as a spit bottle. So, to get that crud out of me. I'm going to knock my tape down. Oh, Lord. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Well, that's just lovely. Where did it go? I don't even know. Damn it. I've got so much shit under this table, it's not even funny. But I had some clear tape that I just accidentally knocked down. And because there's so much stuff under here, I can't see where it went. Yeah, it really did. I mean, this stuff, like I said, it had a hold of me for like at least, I know it was like between 15 and 16 days. And, I had to take cough syrup during the day. I had to take cough syrup at night just to sleep. Yeah, and it did affect my taste and smell. I do remember that. But now, my smell and taste and everything's back. It's fine. But I'm pretty sure it was one of the strains of COVID, and that's alarming enough. Because, I'm far healthier, I guess, than a lot of people. And, I was very lucky that it didn't kill me. Because what my best friend was Mushiness DM. Okay. Um, but yeah, it was horrible. I mean, on my birthday, guys, I was sick on my birthday. And that definitely was not fun because the whole time that I was over at mom's, probably my greatest birthday gift that day was that I got to spend that time with my daughter. Because even though we weren't able to get together on Christmas this year because the weather was too bad, because Alicia, she's living in Kentucky, so I've never even been to her place since she moved there, and she's been there, I guess, a couple years already. She's got a girlfriend, Tasha. Her and Tasha have been together. I don't know how long, but as long as they treat each other well. Oh, Mucinex. Okay, yeah, Mucinex. It's one that I didn't try, but like one of the daytime ones, which didn't do shit for me, was this stuff. It was just some off-brand 12 hours supposedly, and this stuff didn't do nothing for me. Chris has been taking that because he's got COPD and stuff, so he coughs and hacks all the time, even when he's not sick. Um, I did get two of my two Pfizer shots for the COVID, but I never got any of the booster shots after. Chris, he got every one that came out because he's at a higher risk than me because of his health. He's got COPD, he's got asthma. He's a smoker. He's been smoking since he was 9, and he's this year, I guess on the 27th of August, his birthday, he's going to be like 58. So he's getting up there, and so am I. I mean, look at me, I'm 54, so I'm getting up there too. But which means Carl right now should be like 59 because he's exactly 1 year older than Chris. Because Carl was born in 63 and Chris was born in 64. So they're exactly 1 year apart. Me and Chris are 6 years apart because I'm born in 69. He was born in 64. So we're actually 6 years apart. But if you can get over to, I don't know if you've seen any of my Janelle Mabius videos, Vicky, because this is my Janet Mabius one. So if you go over and see some of those, there's a lot of different things that I covered in those too. Um, like sometimes I'll read from some of my books. Sometimes I'll do a daily tarot card, for fun. And I have so many decks. I mean, I've got literally I've got a box like this tall, roughly, maybe a little taller, full of, tarot decks. So, but yeah, if you get a chance to go over there and see them, there's I cover a lot of like family history and stuff, different things that have happened, which a lot that back when you and I used to hang out, Vicky. But there's some stuff that you don't know about, and so a lot of times, I would get on there and I would do live streams about, okay, me and Chris had a bad argument or something, and we were at the point of breaking up, and I was a mess. I was crying and snotting all over myself, because I snot a lot when I'm crying. But then when I have a really heavy cry, I always have a really bad headache afterwards, and I hate that. It fucks me up because my sinuses are so messed up. Um, but it hasn't been easy. I know no relationship is perfect. I just wish, and I pray for this a lot, and I do a lot of magic geared towards it. I wish we could improve our ability to communicate with each other because of the background that he comes from, the background that I come from. We both come from broken, dysfunctional homes. So there's a lot of strife. There's a lot of brainwashing that you have to, like try to get yourself through and try to explain that this is really how bad it can get. So Janell Mabius is my other channel, Vicky. So and it's not like it's just I only have the one other channel, but it might give you some background on some stuff so that I don't have to repeat it and put it on here when I'm trying to keep things positive. Because, we're all going through our own crap, right? So, let's have some laughs and have some fun, instead of crying and snotting all over about whatever. Ah. Ow. Let's see. Trying to go quiet for a minute to see if anything in particular sticks out to do. Ugh. Oh Lord. Ugh. I only have 3 decks without that I keep out. And I keep them in this little plastic bag that I got from one of my witch shops that I frequent. And here soon I need to get in touch with Yafa again. I got the Halloween deck. Every card but one has a black cat on it in this deck. Whoa! Here's a little booklet that goes with it. That's the front card. That's just got a bunch of words on it. I guess it's talking about the deck. This is the back of each card, what it looks like. This one is the Chariot. See, there's a pumpkin driving, and there's a cat right there in the front seat with him. Yep, celebrate the good, make some happy memories, right? Oh, you mean a gallon of gas or a dozen of eggs in England? Brooke, if you're still on here, she wants to know how much gas and eggs are in England. Because, the prices have gone up really bad here for sure. Yeah, she's here.
They pay by the liter, which is 1/4 of a gallon. So
yeah. Well, Vicky was just curious because she don't know any more really about England than I do. About different things that they do and stuff, and how they do stuff and their culture and all that.
if I remember correctly, last time I saw it was something like the equivalent of around $3.50 a liter.
She said she's not sure on fuel other than Andrew Lincoln. Who's Andrew Lincoln? Actor. Okay. Yeah, the prices have gone up like really, really bad anymore, especially eggs, because me and Chris have seen more than, a few episodes on the news about how the price of eggs is going up to some ridiculous amount.
Yeah, we've only got 2 eggs left.
Yeah, we've only got 2 left, so we haven't even gotten any. I mean, me and Chris both get food stamps, but golly, nose itching. Ugh. Okay, usually I do my card first, but if one of you want your card first, let me know. I'll do a daily. Go ahead.
And real quick, she told you about my COPD. That's not the worst.
Yeah. Heart condition and stuff.
And 2 stents, bypass.
Yeah.
Definite 2 heart attacks, possibly a third.
Yeah, so he's trying to die on me. 182.70 a liter for gas. Whatever that comes out to be.
Pounds or dollars?
She just said 182.70 per liter.
I'm assuming that's pounds, which would make it about 215 a liter times 4 be 8.45 or 8.30. No,
$8.30 American or something like that. Yeah, she said pounds is what liter means, I guess. Because they do.
That's not what liter means.
Quid, too, is another financial way you guys, whatever quid means. I don't even know.
Quid means the same as pound.
Quid is the same as pound. Okay. See, I'm still learning. So, okay.
You got pence and then pounds.
Yeah. I guess I'll do mine first. Yeah. Interesting. I got Knight of Bats. Do you see the cat poking his head up right there? That's the kitty cat.
No, that's a kitty cat.
Oh, shut up. Talking about the deck. It has a black cat on every card but one.
My kitty cat.
So, Knight of Bats. Knights usually are messengers. Yeah. It's like, I don't know, between 2 and 3 and 4 something for gas here. American for sure. It's ridiculous. They do that. They do their stuff different here in this book. Okay, that's those cards. We want the minor arcana, and bats is the last. I think. No, here we go. What?
Did you get all the laundry done?
Yes, it's downstairs in the car. Everything's in the pink bag.
All right.
And I don't have my glasses on, so that's not helping. So I have to squint to see. Okay, Knight of Bats. A capable, bold, righteous person. A fearless defender of justice. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Yep. Cost of living crisis like a lot of places anymore, Okay, Brooke, let's do your card. It's just a daily, one card message because sometimes that's easy. Don't take a whole long time, to read and stuff. Just for fun, like I said, when I run into some dead time or I run out of things to talk about, I'll let's do a couple of card readings. Why not? Just for fun and see what it says and see who this messenger is that ends up showing up. Okay, what is Brooke's card and message from this deck for today? Aw, that's cute. You got strength. You got the kitty cat and the black kitty cat and the lion tamer.
You're going to need it when Michael finds out there's money on his phone.
Oh, yeah. You're going to be like, make him stop. Michael's constantly on the phone with Brooke when he's got money on his phone, Vicky. He drives us all nuts. Doesn't he, Brooke? Because he's like constantly got to be on the phone with her and he's just not happy. Strength. Where are you at? A lion tamer has to be stronger than the lion. The use of gentle persuasion over force, inner strength, quiet determination, utilizing your best instincts. So there you go. There's yours. Okay, wanted to make sure I didn't pick up the cards that you don't use because these are just the cards on the front of the deck for whatever reason. They're not actual cards you can read, kind of thing. So, are you ready for this, Vicky? You're not going to freak out on me, are you? I feel like this is going to be a jaw dropper. Okay, what is Vicky's message from this deck for today? My friend Vicky that's on right now with us. 4 of bats. You need a break, my love. You need some Vicky time, and I'm guessing you probably don't get a whole lot like me. Because it's rest. You know, it has to do with rest. Because it's like this, you know, he's laying there on a bed and see the kitty cat laying on top. Okay, so you got 4 of bats. Now I got to find the bats again. There they be. 4 of bats. Okay. The need for a restful retreat, a calming escape, a welcome release from stress, a change for the better. So there you go. So see, it's not bad. You know, it's nothing bad. It's always nice to hear good news, especially if you are under a lot of stress, you know, and you're hearing, you know, a lot of stressful stuff going on around you. You need a break. I would love to take you up to Ravenwood Castle with me some weekend, but it costs over $400 for 3 days. That would be a nice retreat. You would love Ravenwood Castle. If you want to know what it's about, look it up. It's online. You're tired? What in the world? Oh, he brought the clothes up. Oops, I forgot to put the book back in the deck. The other laundry bag's in the pink one. But I managed to get everything in the pink one. And I know that's heavy because see that's a lot for him to carry it up here because it's so heavy. The laundry bag. This one is nothing but positive. You will not find a single negative card in here. It's called a celebration of love. And so it's strictly, you know, just positive message. And I love the back of the cards. The back of the cards is really cute. See? So if you guys don't want me to do one for you on this one, that's okay. But I definitely need to. I'm going to do one for me. See? That's what it does to his breathing. You know, that's a lot for him to carry. I know. Because I had a heck of a time. You know, he carries it downstairs for me too because it's just so heavy.
Yeah, and you don't have to tell me, Brooke. I need to quit smoking.
I'm not saying nothing. Same as my dad has COPD, heart condition too. So her dad does too. Okay.
Yeah, I know. She told me.
I know. What is my message from this deck for today? Is that us? Yep, that was us.
Yeah, because I sat.
He actually sat on it and it activated it. Oh, that's a nice one. I got the gift.
Let me go ahead and make sure I didn't unlock it. Too.
See, so this whole deck has like, you know, angels on it and stuff. Which is nice. It's got angels and dolphins and different things. It's real pretty. And the lady that did this deck actually signed it. She signed the book for me because I got this deck from the ULE, the Universal Light Expo, one of them that me and Maria went to. Okay, mine was the gift. The gift. Okay, where are you at? Oh, leadership. Okay, yeah, I was looking at it wrong. This one is, the card is called leadership. Page 69. Here we go. Leadership. This image celebrates the sacredness of the stewardship of the planet. It calls us to inspire our youth to care for the earth so as to preserve it for future generations to come. Be mindful all day how much water you use and trash you make. Make a commitment to be always aware of this and make an effort to reduce your waste. Connect with a young person and inspire them regarding their stewardship of the earth. Share with them about being aware of what impact they have on the planet and that their actions are very important too. And then each card has a special message. Okay, that's okay. Special message. You are being inspired to take a stand for something you believe in. It can be challenging when everyone seems to think otherwise. You are strong. Stand in your truth. The universe stands behind you. So see, this is just, it's a very positive deck, and I love that about it, because it don't, in troubled times like we live right now, the more good messages we can get, the better. It helps us to get through, And the only card in this deck that looks the same on the front as the back is this one. And it's called Grounded, Divine Partnership, Energy of Creation. So that's what that one means. So yeah, if you have to pop off, Vicky, it's okay. I'm glad that you was finally able to make it for a live, so we can kind of chat with you and stuff too. And thank you for all the ones you've watched and all. Okay. Okay, Brooke, and yours is, what card in this deck is for Brooke today and its message? Angel Whispers, Awareness. Isn't that pretty? Got a bunch of birds, you got dolphins and stuff in that card. It's a pretty card. So love you, Vicky. Come back on if you can. Okay. Awareness. Chris is in there doing the putting the laundry away. Awareness 26. And your message, my love. This image celebrates the divine speaking to us through signs in nature and its creatures. It calls us to be attentive to all that is around us and rejoice in our interconnection. We share with all that the Creator created and the messages they hold for us. Are you seeking an answer to a question in your life? Ask, then look for the signs and symbols in nature. Be aware of all things around you and the messages enclosed in them. See how the Creator speaks to you constantly throughout the day. Open yourself to this dialogue. And your special message is, you are being inspired to be the uplifting words and action of the Creator. Is there someone in your life that your kind words and affirmations would mean the world to? Perhaps a friend, neighbor, or even a stranger is in need of a smile or a helping hand. Be aware when you are being guided to act. And here comes Kalika, of course. Isn't that pretty? There's Kalika Boo. Come on. Come on, baby. Just be careful. Don't scratch Mama. And I hope I read that slow enough for you, Brooke, so you could hear it and everything. But of course, now you can't see me because I have a cat in my lap. Brat. Would you like lay down or something? Could you please? That'd be nice. No, of course not. She's doing a pickles. She's doing a pickles. You just got to come up and bug mommy when mommy's in the middle of doing something. Hi, baby. Hello. I'm not even going to be able to probably shuffle these because she's standing right in my way. She's pulling a pickles. Oh, okay. See, so she's going to sit down, but you can barely see me over her. Silly cat. She's looking at me like, what are you doing? Well, you're in my way. I can't shuffle my cards, so I'll use you as the shuffling board. Oh, my goodness sakes. Silly cat. You gonna lay down or what, Brat? Could you please lay down? What is my message from this deck today? Will you please lay down, Klika? Good Lord.
That's the trouble causer.
She's pulling a pickles. What is my card and message from this deck for today? 7 of Presents. Seven of Presents is my card. Lay down, Klika. I turned right to it. How about that? Will you please lay down? Lay down. You're getting on my nerves. Upright, 7 of Presents reminds you to keep your long-term goals in mind. You have a long path ahead of you and are working hard to set yourself up for success. Careful planning now will lead to big rewards later. Oh, yay. And not to mention, she loves digging her damn claws into my leg. And this dress is very thin. Nope, she don't make a very good shuffling table. Because I'm afraid she's going to move. See, I can't even shuffle these. I'm going to have to do it this way. Which I can't because this deck is just tall enough that I can't get my fingers quite around it like that. Damnedest times does this cat want my fucking attention. What is Brooke's card and message from this deck for today? Page of Potions. Check out this ugly little critter. Page of Potions. So now I gotta find potions. Potions. Where is you? Where is my potions? Candles is first. Then I think it goes into needles, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, presents is second. Needles, and then potions, I think. Yep. There he is. Page of Potions. Upright. The Page of Potions goes through life and death with childlike curiosity and hopeful enthusiasm. unleash your creativity and charge forward in pursuit of the things you're passionate about. Sometimes this card represents the beginning of a new relationship or close friendship. So see, nothing bad. I mean, granted, this is one of the decks that does have a negative side, but I try to keep things positive, because I mean we're all going through our own stuff right now, and the last thing I want to do is make one of us feel worse by, doing like a negative, but sometimes, the way I try to view the negative side of these cards is I would rather be forewarned so I can forearm myself. In other words, prepare myself for the onslaught way before it gets here so that when it does, it's not such a blow, like somebody walked up and like punches you in the gut or something. You pickles brat, you. Ooh. So yeah, Chris is probably in there. He's in there doing the laundry. She decides that she wants mommy's time. So she's going to lay in my lap. I'm doing a live, so I'll get my clothes and stuff done later because they're already folded. I took over 3 bags yesterday. One of which didn't really have that much in it, but one of our laundry bags is a big pink and white one, and you can fit like several pounds of laundry in there. So that's why it's so hard for him, because he has to lug it up and down the steps because I can't either. I mean, I can do it, but I would have to literally lift it step by step just to get up the steps. And then you got to be careful not to go backwards too far because then you could fall down the steps, and that would be bad because knowing me, I'd probably flip and hit my head and kill myself or something. Boo's really close. He's right over there, but he's not going to come anywhere near me with Kalika up here. So now you've finally met my friend Vicky. I haven't, like I said, the last time I remember seeing her is my kids were still little. And I'm pretty sure it was only Michael and David. I don't recall if Alicia was there or not, because it doesn't seem like she would have been, because Vicky was still living in Columbus somewhere at the time, and now she's in Myrtle Beach. So her last name used to be Weber, but it's Vicky Howard now. And I've never met, I don't think, her new husband. What are you looking at? Daddy just doing the laundry. Ow! You better not bother Boo. Leave him alone. Boo! Boo boo! Boo boo! Come here. Boo boo kitty! No, he's staring after Daddy. What are you staring at Daddy for? Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. He don't know what he's doing. Meow!
What do you want? You gotta go find it? Come on.
But yeah, I love playing with this thing. Like I said, I make it my little fidget spinner because it spins in here so well. Like when I'm like, I don't know, bored, restless, and I hold this a lot. I hold this crystal a lot. I don't have any UV light yet, so I haven't been able to put it under UV light, but that's okay. It'll be all right. I'll get one eventually. I mean, if I spend carefully tomorrow, because I know like one of the things that I definitely want to get is I want to get me some more resin. And even with all my little wax patch up and everything, there's still a tiny, tiny little hole right here. So I don't know. I guess I could do like a drop of glue, of the Gorilla Glue, but if I do, it's gonna it dries yellow. So when you use it, it dries yellow. Let me just do a, hey, Boo. Come on. Come on up. It's okay. There's your Boo, baby. Yeah, that ain't going to work. That's not going to fill, it's not going to fill the hole, and it's not going to cover it up. Hi. Uh-oh, Dad's in his music thing again. Hi. Hello, baby. She's like, boo! What are you doing?
You don't make that vibrate.
Yeah, and
Good base.
I'm going to literally have to do the glue. because the nail polish ain't going to do it. See, this is the Gorilla Glue. You can see it has a little bit of a yellow to it anyway. I prefer like super glue or the Loctite Weld, which is a little tiny bottle about this big. You got to squeeze both sides. You got to squeeze them at the same time because there's 2 chambers inside, and you have to squeeze both sides. You're activating the 2 chambers to mix the 2 ingredients so that it at least dries clear. So I did a pretty good job. I almost got it completely patched. And this, again, is not one that I would feel comfortable selling to somebody because it's not, it's not very well done. It was just one of those kind of flukes. I ran out of resin and didn't have enough to make the lid. That's all. But I wanted to do my money box, and that was the last thing I did with the last of the big bottles that you sent me, the big bottles. Oh, and I got to also be careful not to glue it to my lap. So. I don't know which way to even turn it to get it off now. There we go. Because when it dries, most likely what it will do is it'll end up poking through, and just look like a little tiny yellow, bubble or whatever. And I did find the super glue recently, but I also have to be careful where I sit this as it dries, because if the glue decides to drip, you don't want to glue this. I don't want to glue this lid in its fragile state like this to something that, when I try to pull it off, it's gonna destroy the lid. It's not gonna be able to do it. Okay, which way should I do this? Let me do it that way. Here we go. I'll do it that way. As long as it don't get bumped, it's kind of, I've got it at a slant, and I can tell when it starts solidifying, it'll turn yellow. It'll get like a yellow color to it. So. Whoo-wee, goodness. Oh my. We've been on here 3 hours, 17 minutes, and some odd seconds. Yay. Hello, mystery person. Hello and goodbye. They were on, and then now it's back down to 2. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. And I also keep kind of trying to glance out the window every now and again to see if Amazon's out there, which I don't even know if our coffin shelves are going to show up today or not. I was hoping they would. It was supposed to be here yesterday by 10 p.m., and that never happened. Because I believe she's got a Jewish kit coming. It's got a menorah. It's got candles and some other stuff with it. And even though she's Catholic, she still likes Jewish stuff. She likes to have Jewish stuff in her house, symbols and stuff, because, let's face it, menorahs are beautiful. And, she feels like she's honoring Yehoshua, or Jesus, as most people know him. And it's saying that there are no orders for Norma. But then again, this is a new phone too, so I'm still learning how to use this phone.
It's under your order, dear.
Go to my orders.
Here's what I found.
Okay. Yep. It's saying that this is one of them. I'll have to blow it up so you can see it better. Oh, it didn't show it very good. But anyway, this is I don't know if you'll be able to see it. This is the kit that she got, the Jewish kit. This is the menorah she got. There's the coffin shelves. And this is I think a brown like tea light bridge because she already got her black one. And they delivered, I think she did a tablecloth right here that has like Jewish symbols and stuff on it. And it's saying that the coffin shelves and the other stuff should be here today by 10 p.m. Pops get his PC thing sorted. Oh yeah. Would you care to elaborate on that? Brooke was asking if you got your PC thing sorted.
Got my what?
Your PC thing sorted. Something you were doing on your PC, the new stuff you got.
Yeah. Got a new case. I sent you the picture of.
It's a nice one. It's got pretty colors.
Video card. The instructions seem to indicate that there's 2 power cords. That you only had to have one plugged in. Turned out you actually had to have both plugged in.
Yeah. So, but yeah, he got it sorted. So yeah, the coffin shelves are coming today. Her other stand is coming, and the kit, the Jewish kit that she wanted to get. So if I suddenly go, oh, Amazon or something, it's here, or I suddenly jump up, it's probably because I'm trying to get my butt downstairs quick enough before they drive away. Oh my gosh. I just got another X-rated pic from a girl showing her butt. Tired of these damn things.
Fight back. I'll show my butt.
I don't fucking think so. Because these chicks are obviously wanting lesbian action, not guys. Because they keep asking me to date them.
No, that's just a fucking
bullshit. Trying to get you to, I know. But I'm tired of fucking seeing this shit.
Well.
Are you lonely? No, I'm fine. Leave me the fuck alone. Jeez. Yes, we got 2 coffin shelves. So she'll have one and I'll have one.
I'm going to go take a shower. Go Bella's ass in there too.
You never know. As weird as he is, he might actually like it. No, he don't like rain, so he wouldn't like it. Never mind. He'd probably freak out.
Anymore, he doesn't even like getting his feet wet going outside after it's raining.
Yeah, Boo, that's the one thing. Not Boo, Bella. He's scared to death of rain and thunderstorms. He hides.
Never used to be?
He never used to be, so we're not sure what happened. If something happened one of the times he was out there or something. I don't know. We don't know. Bye, hun. Love ya. Come back when you can. I'm glad you're watching. I'm glad you're one of my peeps. Blessed be and all that. There's that damn crotch shot again. Go the fuck away. Stupid pictures. Golly crap. Yeah. Dad Pops is going to go play in the water. Meaning he's going to go take a shower. And I'll take one later. Because I need one too. Because I know I do. I can always tell. Because my hair has a certain feel to it. And as much as I've been sweating and everything here the past few days. Yeah. It's, it don't take much before it's like, yucky. I feel like the floor of a taxi cab. And that's not a good thing. Because, think about how many people have puked in taxis, spilled stuff, just it's god awful. But, yeah, Vicky's cool. She's my girl, too. She's it's so weird that we became such good friends because it didn't start out that way. Um, but I'm glad it did. I'm glad it did in the end. And at least I know that Kenny and Angie are in spirit now, and they probably do pop by once in a while. And I hope they both know they're welcome here anytime, because they're still family. Even though they're gone, they're still family to me. And her brother Kenny, I remember he was like real tall. He was real tall and skinny. He had dark hair. I can't remember what color eyes he had, but he always had a thing for me when me and Vicky were hanging out when we were teenagers and stuff. And but I was too afraid to date him because I was jailbait to him. I didn't want him to go to jail because of me. And I was worried and everything that he just wanted to date me because he wanted to go to bed with me and he didn't actually care about me or love me. He just wanted some of my whatever. And I don't, I've had that done to me too many times by too many guys throughout my life. So I hate to have been so judgmental, but I was a kid. I mean, that's right up there with when Randy took me out on my birthday that year, and it was the only time that him and I ever went out on any kind of a date. I'm pretty sure it was for my 17th birthday or something like that, 18th, one of those. And it just, I was a scared kid, and I thought that he just wanted between my legs. He didn't really care about me, didn't love me, even though he told me in the restaurant that he loved me, and I laughed in his face, and that whole thing. But look what ended up happening. It's better that I didn't get involved with him, because even if he did, and I'm finding out now that maybe he actually did truly love me or whatever, it was, imagine what it would have done to me if he still would have died that horrifically and I had an emotional romantic bond with him, because that would have taken me, it would have killed me. It would have, um I feel like I would have lost the will to live. I would have ended up in the hospital, because I really do get that attached. When I'm with a guy, I get that attached, and that's also the very thing that's always gotten me so hurt, because I get attached. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I fall in love too easily, and then the falling in love, yeah, that is the easy part. Staying in love, that's the challenge. That is accepting each other's faults, accepting that, we're not all perfect. And I mean, look at how we waylaid you poor dear. Which I did not mean to, like, basically take a freaking sledgehammer to your head and go, here's Michael. I did not mean to put you through that. But, it's, God love you. If you guys make it, I hope you do. I'm always pulling for yous. And it's like I think that's how you said you were slammed with him or something, slammed with him, waylaid or whatever. And I'm like, I am so sorry, sweetie. I did not mean to do it. I didn't mean for it to happen that bad. Like, boom, here you go. Have fun. So, yeah, and here's the thing, probably, and I know I've said this before, but it's been difficult for me to deal with and, accept that this is just me. This is part of me and who I am. Is that every guy that I've ever been with, even the ones that turned out to just be one night stands and a waste of my time, effort, and energy, I did try to love every single one of them. It was never, at least for me, it was never, oh, let me go to bed with this guy and maybe he'll be my next boyfriend. No. It was, a lot of it was regret, because I didn't like getting that kind of vibe out there and then having just everybody, coming at my door and wanting me to sleep with them because I'm easy, what Americans call easy, will basically bed down with anybody. No, that's not me. I have more respect for myself than that. I have morals. I'm not like some of these slut bitch hoes out in the world. Like, I've seen far too many. I've seen many of them that Carl has been with that did him wrong, and but I've only ever seen it from his side. I didn't really get a chance to see it from their side. So there's always going to be a gap there, because those people, a lot of them might not even be around anymore. They may be married. They may have turned les. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, I have my Uh-oh. Oh, no. It did exactly what I was afraid it was going to do. Okay. Well, this thing isn't coming out now. Oh, shoo. There we go. See, that's part of the drawbacks of using Gorilla Glue. See that little white dot right there? I ended up gluing this. This is the piece to the wireless mouse. This is the piece to this wireless. And it literally, some of the glue oozed out and was dripping down, so I had to pry the glue off of there just to get it out. Oh, golly crap. Yeah, so see, you got to be careful because once this stuff dries, it tends to kind of, like this one even is like oozing. And that's exactly what I'm trying to keep it from doing, because I don't want to glue it to something, that isn't part of the lid, for instance. Now I've got, Gorilla Glue on me. Better get it off, get it wiped. Here, let me just wipe it off on the couch. This poor couch is destroyed anyway. We only got it for $20, so why not? I mean, and I usually have the footrest out. I will try to get my public live stream thing on here soon. I wanted to do that today, and Mom's probably figured that I'm not coming by now. So I don't even want to call her at this point. And I hope she understands, and I'll just try to get over there in the next, couple of days or something. But I know tomorrow is probably out, because by the time we get all the running done that we're going to have done, I'm going to be wiped out, by the time we get back from that stuff. So I'm not going to feel much like socializing, and certainly not going over there and putting up with, Mom and Carl, and how long I'm going to be in the room before they're into another argument and yelling and screaming and cussing at each other and just being just mean. I mean, the hatefulness in my family, it breaks my heart. I don't like seeing it, and Mom and Carl is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. There's just that kind of hatred, and the family, and my heart, it breaks my heart. I can't take it. So I try not to go over there a whole lot, and I wish that Carl would finally get a place and move and just get out of there, because then things would simmer down, and Mom can be more relaxed and everything because Carl's not there anymore. And, it's just a mess. And I know Toby's probably getting frustrated with him too, because he has been there so long. But it's not for lack of trying, because he has definitely been, busting his hump trying to get a place. And I'm glad that he is, because he knows that he's not wanted there. But him and Mom have always been that way. And the favorite go-to with somebody like Carl, especially, just like Naomi, you do something for them once, they will throw it back in your face a million times over, especially if they ask you to do something and you say no. Well, remember when I did this for you and now you can't do this for me? And then the guilt trip. And then the, blah, 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 talking about, well, you're Mom's favorite. And, I don't want to hear the crap anymore, because I've heard it all my life and I'm tired of hearing it. It's like, what do you want me to do, Carl? Kill myself? Would that make you happy? Because you're just so fucking upset and pissed off because Mom made me her favorite like I asked her to, which I did not, and he just the childish, juvenile, ignorant bullshit that boy does. It's enough to make anybody go, you know what? I'm not going to subject myself to this bullshit anymore. I'm out of here. I'm leaving. When you can be decent, give me a call and then maybe I'll come back. And Mom said something about calling Carol, so I hope she did. I hope she called her. I hope she got a hold of her and blah, blah, this, that, and the other. And I'm sure she's probably crying and whining, I wish Janet would come back. Well, sorry, Carol, but Janet ain't coming back again, because I gave you 3 chances, 3 strikes, you're out. I'm not doing it again. You accused me of stealing from you, and I damn well know I did not. Your fucking own daughter did, and she's the one that gets on the phone and accuses me of stealing. But it wasn't just Kay, it was Carol. Because the whole thing with the key, and I know I've mentioned that before. I know where I put the key to Carol's place. Exactly. And I gave it back to her. When she asked for it back one day, I gave it back to her. I laid it down in front of the TV in her living room on the stand that she keeps the TV, and I never touched it again. And I remember her picking it up at one point and playing with it because I'm pretty sure what she did is she hid it so she could accuse me of stealing it. That's the kind of crap that Carol does. That everybody, it has turned literally everybody, even her own kids, against her because she has literally been that way her entire life. And nobody wants to put up with that. Nobody should have to put up with that. Me and Chris have bent over backwards to do things for her, and this is how she thanks us. It's like, ain't doing it. Forget it. I don't care if you sign the house over to me today. I might sign it and say, okay, great, it's my house, now. And then, if she signed that house over to me, then the first thing I would do and put in place is I would get a restraining order against Kay, which I would have to prove that she threatened me in some bodily manner, and probably would have to have photographs or something on audio. And I just don't know how to make all that happen. But I would have told her, okay, bitch, I own this place now. You better never show your face here again, because if you do, I will have you arrested, because I will let my aunt finally listened to me and signed the house over to me. And the only reason why I would consider taking the house, even in the state that it's in right now, is to keep Kay from getting it, because that's all she wants. She don't give a shit about her mom. I don't care how much nice stuff she does for her. She steals from her. She makes her feel bad. She guilt trips her. She, does all these horrible things. And Carol keeps putting up with it. Carol keeps letting her back in the door. And it's god awful. I mean, but I still don't wish her any harm, or anything like that. I mean, Carol's pretty much, she's doing her stuff to herself. She can't blame me anymore. I'm out. I'm out of the picture. And that's a shame, because we would have loved to have had her for Christmas. We would have loved to have had her over there for Thanksgiving, which I can't remember if we had her there for Thanksgiving or not. But, we had her there for Halloween, and stuff. And she had a good time. You saw that on the live. She was really enjoying herself. And I mean, that was one of the first times that Alicia had ever met her. And she, and Alicia said, well, I'm here now. And then after that, when I took Carol home that night, she said she was going to spend the night, and then she turned around and changed her mind. And I had to end up driving her all the way back home after all, which I was already wiped out and tired. But I knew Chris wasn't going to do it, because he had to do all the tear down of everything, the screen that he had up, get the projector all disconnected and the computer shut off and all that stuff. I wasn't going to do that to him, because then if he would have taken her, he would have had to take her all the way back, come all the way back, and still tear the stuff down. No, I'm not going to do it that way. So that left me. And I was very upset with her when she did that, because if she never had any intention of staying, she should have never told me she was going to stay. And I was relieved, because it's like, good, I don't have to take her home, because she's roughly about between a 30 and 45-minute drive from here. And with the gas prices and all that, being as ridiculous as they are, I mean, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of gas. That's a lot of time, a lot of effort on my part, and the only reason why I wanted the house is I wanted to keep Kay from getting it, because all Kay cares about is what money she's going to get out of it. She would be completely happy if her mother died today. Knock on wood, she don't, but she just wants the money. She just wants the valuables. She don't give a shit about that house. And I would be very surprised if Kay would even take it upon herself to move in there. She probably wouldn't be able to, because she has too many animals, and they will not allow something to that degree in a house in the middle of the city, in the middle of a residential area. I don't think so. She would be getting violations left and right. She would be getting in trouble left and right. and they would say either the animals go or you go. She don't care about that house. She just wants what she can get out of it. She wants whatever money she can put in her greedy little flat-chested bitch attitude, That's all she cares about. And she's already stolen so much from her mom, and yeah, it's just, that's what I mean. That's some of the darker side of the family, is that some family members do that crap to each other. And it breaks my heart every time, because all I've ever tried to do with any of them was love them and accept them for what they are, for who they are, flaws and all. And this is the thanks I get. So, yeah, it's a messed up situation. But anyway, well, I don't know about you, sweetie, but I'm running out of things to talk about or whatnot, so I guess I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off. Hopefully the next live I do is going to be my public one, and I'll have, my pieces displayed real nice and everything, and I'm hoping to get them sold, as many of them as I can, or, ones that people like. Love you too. And then try to make some more, because that's part of what I'm geared to do tomorrow anyway, is get some more resin and stuff so I can make some more pieces, so I have even more to sell. So we'll keep working on, for now, trying to get the circular, the one mold back to its round shape. Hopefully that succeeds. I do have 2 tarot decks sitting on each side of the triple goddess one, and they've been sitting there for days. So I'm hoping that weight will help to flatten them out and everything. So just to let you know, I am trying some stuff. But I love you, and I will talk to you next time, next live stream and all that. Blessed be, love.
Hey.
Thanks for hanging out. What?
Um,
She's off.